All right, what's up, everybody? Callisto here. Welcome to another week of Shoujou Senshi Senjyou Online. This is my anime netplay tournament I've been running for the last couple months while we're stuck in quarantine. As usual, we're going to be starting off with Granblue Fantasy Versus as our first game. And I'm joined by my good buddies, Zach in a Box and St. Cola. What's up, guys? Whoop, I forgot to... Hold on. That's not the thing. What happened here?
I got the Tenno logo tattooed
there we go. We'll get that in post. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We'll edit that out. We're good. Yeah. Anyways,
what's going on, guys?
We got a medium bracket today. Some people kind of taking a weekend off to relax, but we have some big matches we want to look forward to. This will be the first week that both Kilo and Kizzer Crate are in the same bracket again, since Kizzer Crate actually held off Kilo 2 weeks ago and won. So we may potentially get to see that matchup. We also have Brightside, who's going to be our first on-stream match, aka he's like evil Kilo. Like Kilo will take some measured responses to whether or not he's going to DP when he's -2. Brightside doesn't give a fuck.
No.
Brightside going to DP you.
Honestly, I think Kilo is wild, but Brightside is unhinged. So
Brightside will, like, the recipe calls for, 2 cups of this. He just dumps the whole damn thing in there.
Yeah, so we're going to actually have Brightside up against Akito. Akito with the Charlotta avatar. I don't know if that is accurate to what he plays. I want to say we've seen a stories out of him before, but I might be making that up. No, we do have the Charlotta.
Well, it is Charlotta, yeah.
And a surprisingly rare character in our tournaments, right? We've had Banchito a couple times, but I mean, for a character that I think it's not specific to SSS, but I think everyone agrees that this character is mad strong, but she's also kind of underrepresented in a lot of places.
Yeah. I think in general, it's the way that, this character is very annoying to fight against, but she's always kind of putting herself at some sort of risk, right? It feels safe, but like you have to go in with a headstrong mindset. That's what you kind of have to embody when you're playing Charlotta.
All right.
Just like right there, round start, block a ball. Like, that's the things you have to do at Charlotta.
Her fireball game, or her anti-fireball game rather, is probably generally her biggest weakness until she gets super stocked. That's been like that even since beta, right? Like, that was like her getting mopped by Gran and Cat because she had a really hard time navigating fireballs in mid-screen. M roll, though, that'll give you a favorable trade into a knockdown and some quarter push. Brightside kind of recognizing the situations, chilling out, throwing fireballs.
I did not expect any of these players, with the way that round started, to sit here for like 3 seconds.
That's way too calm.
Brightside recognizes the life lead, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is on Charlotta. Akito has to find a way to mix him up without getting DP'd. That is what's going on right now.
But you're closer and closer to the wall, and it's like one good pickup. He's smart to keep crouching, though.
All right, Brightside does have to watch out for the EX Demon Flip throw. Instead, he gets the jump into the JU, and that's the round. Oh, no, he missed the super, though.
No, he didn't use EX, but still the light. If you would have used EX, that would have been done.
I think he might have actually gone for, I think he might have gone for skill button super and just knock out the down forward or something.
Something we see a lot from Kilo and Brightside. Round start 2-1-4L, beating out pretty much
there's
any
the boot.
Akito's tried.
Akito got a little fortunate there. The boot was kind of like just shy of wall bouncing. That's
3 DPs. We told you, this man unhinged, unchained out here.
And he's unhinged, but it's not like he's new to fighting games, right? You saw like when he has the life lead, he'll just sit there, but like when he doesn't, he'll go off.
There's the JU. He got the safe jump, but actually didn't believe in the JU and get the punish. And Akito is actually using the medium roll a lot, which is kind of... That's her unsafe option, right? Now, Gran may not have a fast enough 7-8 frame, or a far enough 7-8 frame option that's going to reach that to punish, but Akito does have to be wary. Oh my god.
Big 2H.
With someone who can change her timing coming down in the air in so many different ways as Charlotta, that's actually a very risky 2H.
Speaking of risky, TP still flying from Brightside. That's the thing. He's like, it's so jarring because you've seen him just sit back for like 10 seconds, but
Yeah.
also throw out 3 GPs in neutral. So like, how do you get a read?
It is pretty calculated, though. If you notice, he's using the light DP on Wake Up, which is the one that's super difficult to punish, even on block. Like, you
Right.
can't let him land. You have to punish him in the air, which means that your combo limit is going to be starting earlier than it normally would. So you're not going to get necessarily the same punish in a lot of situations. I can
Here
tell,
we go,
though,
the
able to get
Patty
around
XCP.
on the board.
Yeah, the
Nice.
Patty EXDP did it for him.
Yeah, good spacing,
Outside.
too, after the EX hands. Just backed up out
Just
of
a
sweep
DP
range.
again.
Yeah, that's the
This man's
thing that-
reversals.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
so
like
good.
it's -4. He's doing 2 and 4 L. It's -4.
Was that Wake Up
If you're
light
not gonna-
roll?
Okay, unique EX.
Oh, combo limit.
Drops out. No big deal. Still got him in the corner though.
Yeah, that was fortunate for Akito. It was still a hard knockdown, but he didn't have to deal with the safe jump because the timing got goofed by the combo limit. No anti-air. Respecting the JU.
Yeah. It's easier said than done to anti-air, JU with her buttons.
Ooh.
Okay, right side, is one confirmed?
Oh, no.
Oh,
And
no.
close enough for the
Ooh, the
wall
pickup.
bounce. The homing wall came out the back. The wall is the tag team member with the chair coming out the back.
The funny thing is, he didn't have time to do the wall pounce and then run up and get the light. What a character.
Privilege.
Very privileged out here from the line.
All right, safe pressure.
Right side.
I like that by Brightside, where he's looking for Akito to overextend after the hands and just throwing out the sweep. And if Akito does anything but back up, that sweep's going to connect. That exactly what I just said. Push the button and the sweep caught it. And that's
Great micro. Yeah,
Super.
he needed the micro walk to get that combo, and he definitely got it in just a pixel left.
It's a lot. Never mind the jump.
Yeah, Akito
Wonder
trying to
what-
jump back out of pressure and caught by the jump U. So Brightside moving on in winners 2-0.
Brightside, welcome back to SSSO with the 3 DPs, but also waiting 10 seconds, doing nothing. You love to see it. That's what we expect from Brightside when he comes on the stream.
Honestly, though, like it's easy to make fun of Grants for not, playing the same type of fun game everyone else is playing. But like the way he plays that character too, I saw this.
He's having fun, right? You can feel
He's
it in
having
his
fun.
play.
He's being wild, and it's a joy to watch that type
Yeah.
of Grand. So he'll be
He's
moving on
great.
the
A
bracket.
lot of Grand players are kind of, they're in a suit, they're on the train to work. He's on a water slide, the entire time. All
All
right.
right, we got Callisto versus Super Saiyan Kid. Last week we talked about a lot of how Super Saiyan Kid is one of the up-and-comers, really taking the time to ask questions, really improve week in, week out. And so it's been super nice to see somebody, starting from kind of scratch in fighting games.
The
really
last
build
time we
repertoire.
played, what I learned was to not throw fireballs because he's scoping out the timer of the fireball most likely, and I've been EXDP'd for throwing a mid-screen fireball like 30 times by him.
I don't know. I want you to test it right now.
Let's see what he's learned. I mean, you just did it anyway.
That's it. I'm giving
Disrespect.
one. Look at no actions here. All right.
Oh, maybe you can try. Oh,
I
there
like
it
that.
is.
Freaking no!
Just
Trying to be
wait
a
on
little.
it.
Jeez, you play to his tendencies, and you got to do that in fighting games in general. But made him pay out the EXDP. Interruption on the slide.
That is something that is a great strategy. It's like somebody's trying to react, and you just bait them, or you just give it to them and see if they're ready.
Yeah, you got the fireball
Right.
there. Oh, the bonk. That beat my
Okay.
2H.
Oh, like the delay and the 2L stocks up. I
No.
don't think that's what he wanted.
Yeah, a little bit of input error there. Getting a little too nervous.
Oh, God, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay,
It's fine, though.
all
The
right.
EXDP is out.
That's
I
the
believe
high
it
level
is, he
strats.
did. Yeah.
High level strats. Get rid of EXDP, now go in.
Okay.
Oh, the EX low.
EX low,
Seen that.
pick up.
God, Cat's awesome.
Ooh.
Ooh. God, this
Oh
character's
my
sick.
god! Cat's awesome. Callisto's awesome with that confirm right there. EX must have finish. Not bad, not bad.
Nice,
Who
anti-air.
said this? Who said Cat's dead?
Nobody.
Nah, I've seen some Cat
Nobody
won't play
said
anymore.
that.
No,
Alright, so
I've
that's
seen plenty
actually,
of Cat players move on to Percy.
That's a tendency I saw at a Super Saiyan Kid last week that I wanted to kind of point out for future rounds that he can watch later is he'll not cancel. He'll do far 5H without canceling it to anything,
Yes.
and anyone with a good sweep can actually just sweep punish on block as his sword is retracting. So you have to mix in your gunflame cancels, your EX run cancels, and your spot dodges. Because if they see that you're just letting the 5H rip uncanceled, one, she can whiff punish that if she's out of range, and two, she can just punish it on block.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I do think it's not a bad idea to just kind of not do anything, but you do have to spice it up a little and do the cancels here.
Yeah, Kizzer with a good point in chat that a big play we saw last week was Super Saiyan Kid was just taking the Oki without stocking up, and a couple times got put in a situation, actually specifically against Uzak, where he had a hit that maybe could have closed out the round, but because he didn't have stock, the EX run sweep didn't launch. And now he's, you know, that was the feedback he got this week was, you know, focus on making sure you have the resources that your character needs, and doing a pretty good job trying to get those now.
Yeah, it's very hard, especially because first of all, it's, you do have to like keep track of stocks and stuff like that. So especially when you're trying to develop your neutral, having the awareness to develop also your resource management is also like a hard thing to do in tandem.
Plus frames.
But yeah, he has
He's
to go
definitely
corner
a more
now.
technical. He's more technical character than people kind of think about. See, this was heavy. See, how cancel though. See, the punish. We're just talking about that. Super Saiyan Kid, I know you're watching this. Come on, man. Overhead.
Oh, what a
overhead.
challenge to the 2L.
Nice D.
Disrespect.
Yeah, good D. Not biting on an attack there, but 2L and out. And now he's in the corner. Oh, the big jump from Callisto. One of the big things you have to watch out for. And Cat's in the corner, jump you. All right, no, I led the no fear.
Oh god, that was so far!
Wait,
Did you see how far I just got grabbed from?
We were walking back too. That was like,
Statue from across the table. Let's go, Super Saiyan Kid. Let's go. Oh, no answer. I don't think it could have. Let's get the XDP.
Oh, I like it. Use the 5M to poke out like that. That's a little bit more of a poke that's not going to be whiff punish as much. That 5M, I like him using it more. And then the whiff punish with 5H. Let's go.
There we go. I like that. Mix up those buttons. Use the 5M, the far H, and cancel. Nice DP.
Done.
Yo, he's ready with it. He's ready with
Yeah,
it.
he's very controlling this neutral very well.
Another
Okay,
DP,
yeah.
but this time gets blocked. Yeah.
That's
but
the
see,
mix-
that's the thing is, yeah, Callisto can air block that and deal with it.
Unless you
Cash
commit
out
the 2H
here.
for the EXDP. You can air block it, and it's going to be close for you.
This
I'm
isn't
not
gonna
say
kill,
anything.
but I would rather, now I'm in a situation where I have DP if he tries to jump.
Stay solid, Super Saiyan Kid. Oh, a little bit too
sweet.
obvious in the cancel.
Yeah, if he would have done the thrust out of that, that would have counter hit me. I just assumed he was fishing for the low.
Again, the air blocks. Okay, the DPs, they gotta go.
Yeah.
Switch them up, Super Saiyan Kid.
You do have to anti-air with normals at some point because they're air unblockable.
Go good air to air. Reset. Alright, DP, it's going to happen.
Gonna throw a little bit.
Ooh,
of
got
this
stuff
mash.
into
The
it.
rising
Up
jump
now.
A, one of Percival's great ways to just kind of put up pressure on.
There we
Okay,
go.
it's
Yeah,
really
that's
close.
calling
Finally
out the
canceling.
sweep.
Jump it in there. Finish it.
quite.
He's so
That was
close.
probably
He's gotta
Skybump.
get the super.
Oh, big jump you.
Oh no! This all went
That
away when he got
sucked.
by the corner.
This is gonna be real close. Oh, he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Run the cutscene.
So I got the 2H and not the close 5H, so I did lose out on some damage here, but I think, oh, not quite. Okay.
Oh no, we all
So
like.
live Super Saiyan Kid.
All right, we got this.
Plus range.
Oh my god, he came out.
Was so cash out that DP. All right.
There's a reason why, even though I went for the cash out combo, I did not go for like an EXDP juggle. That is a timer I did not want to give up in that situation with that low health. So good stuff to Super Saiyan Kid, man.
Yeah.
That was
No, we
Yeah.
definitely see improvements, like we see week in, week out, some improvements. That's the hardest part, is that when he had the nice positioning, had you in the corner, it's just like something you have to look out for.
yeah, not even
Giving Cat a little bit of space to anti-air to jump you.
You know, we were talking about his week-to-week improvement, but even beyond that, the just like mid-set making adjustments.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
All right, so we're gonna
And that's
have
something that you have to learn as a fighting game player, because you're not gonna have all the answers. So if you can make a quick turnaround game by game, it could really make the difference between you moving on in the bracket and winning, and you just going in and losing.
All right, so up next, I believe it's Zach's turn. Yeah, it's going to be Zach
Yes, I
against
think so.
Krenek, one of our Kentucky players
Oh,
joining
yes.
us.
Yeah.
So going to be Jita up against Fairy. Zach and I have been actually talking about this matchup a lot the last few weeks, where DJ just matches up really well against Fairy in a lot of ways. Although I believe Zach played Krenek the first time
Yeah.
that he entered SSS, and Zach was able to come away with that one.
We'll see if Kanak has made some adjustments.
Yeah,
Kind of-
the big thing in this matchup
There we go.
is
Fireball.
Jita sweep priority crushes all of Fairy's crouching buttons while low profiling all of her standing moves. So it's a situation where if you can get the Fairy to commit first, as opposed to looking for the sweep with punish, you can just, you know, stand there and sweep.
And toss it out. It sounds like Krenek's got some work to do, though.
Good patience here by Krenek.
Zach is whipping around.
Safe EX Rekka. I'd like to see him, because the block advantage is the same if you do one EX Rekka versus if you do two, I'd like to see him maybe do that second one for more corner push. Oh, there's the JL, and he has super? No, I'm not going to burn it yet. Oh,
it's the overhead. No, wake up EXDP. They'll afford him some space.
Oh, a little bit of trickery.
Oh,
Gonna take the hard knockdown, yeah.
Let this be the turnaround.
EX Fireball to get it,
pressure.
and Zach with the DP. Zach bet the round on that. I mean, that was chip territory, so only a spot dodge would have really worked. But if he did spot dodge there, Zach was smoked. There you go. Get the corner. Oh, wow. Actually dials out the third one. Finds the counter hit.
I would have got hit.
Yeah, he had the LLL there, but because he'd used EX Rekka, he didn't have something comboable from Far 5L, so he just took the plus range from the EX Fireball. Good start for Krenek here, though. Has a bit of a life lead. Rekka.
Really using the EX Rekka, you know, to try to get the plus frames to stay in. But you got to do a little bit more to chip away at Zach. And now you put yourself in the corner. Zach would loves it. He loves it. He loves
the EX Fireball. That's unfortunate for Krenek here. Just caught with the jump.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that was weird. That was a funky DP hit. Didn't get the full knockdown, but luckily for him, he recovered in time to still. Oh, nice. Big counter hit that. All right, is he doing the real one? I think he went for the easy input here. I don't see the goods on the side. Still, this is good. This is good damage, right? Like, that's only missing like 200 damage. A jail.
That wasn't worth it. I should have went with the ball.
I mean, you have all your timers. And this is going to be pretty much full screen pushback. Like this is going to put Fairy kind of where she wants to be on screen. GG out.
What's next?
Holding down the neutral. Go forth.
Ooh, smooth fireball.
And there's the 5H. Yep. Caught a button. Zach going up 1-0.
Yeah, the one thing we talked about, or like we've talked about before, is that I'm not scared to press buttons right now because one of the big things I can't press buttons at that range is if Jita's just sitting like half screen, full screen, just pressing sweep. It makes it very, very hard for me to press buttons. But right now he hasn't shown that, so I'm gonna keep pressing buttons.
You gotta do the simple things, you know. Introduce those in your game plan. Oh, nice 2H. It's a pickup.
Yeah, so that comes down to recognizing what your strengths in the matchup are, right? And some of that for Fairy, or for Jita rather, is that she has good crouching buttons that smoke Fairy's crouching buttons if they interact. So at some point, you just got to start throwing out sweep and throwing out 2M and abusing that fact. Looking at DP and normal here, I sort of like it. Yeah, using the light one. That's a bit of a better strategy, trying to get the knockdown there. If you use the medium, it's both slower and significantly more recovery. Oh, tried to backdash out to outspace the drill, but got caught.
You get the full combo. Zach's still in, and he gets it down.
Cheap.
Yeah.
True block string into an unpunishable move into a half screen low. And because the install was able to cancel that to another button.
Exactly. You drop the combo, but it's not that big of a deal because you just keep going on in. Zach on match point.
All right, charge fireball. Nice spot dodge just by Zach. It's actually a hard fireball to spot dodge. Whoa! Empty jump EXDP, but Zach misses the punish. And I mean, that got Krenek out of the corner. That could have gone worse. Back in the other corner now. EX fireball though. Side, yeah. Hard knockdown into the throw. I like how he's
using the EX fireball just kind of gain some space, you know, and just make his way in.
Yeah, good stagger pressure there from Krenek.
Go in. There's the hoop. Push him back.
This range sucks.
Yeah, this is exactly where Krenek wants to play. Oh, almost had the pickup.
He's fireball to keep the pressure, Zach. Going right through.
Nice, outspace the sweep. EX whip is down. Krenek chasing, gonna push to the corner a bit with the EX Rekka. Wow, the EX Fireball pulled the hitbox back out of the whip.
I like that he's using that a little bit closer too now. Instead of just like kind of doing full screen where Zach can react, he's going in with it, saying mid screen. And
ooh, that was actually almost a real punish. If he would have ran just slightly faster, that actually, not to put Zach on blast here, but that was a pretty bad spot dodge. He could have gotten straight up punished for that.
EXDP at the EX Fireball, what a call. You'll break the man.
All right, chip is becoming an issue, and there's a gap between the second and third Rekka.
Zach didn't want to press though.
All right, Krenak putting it around on the board.
Oh, I thought it was a
Round
jump.
DP. Who is this, Brightside? Okay, pick up DP. Yup. Another GG hideout.
Oh, there's the
Krenak
jump.
trying to, yeah, jump in. That was a little bit deeper. That would have been bad. Krenak still playing that mid-range game. Now he's backing off. I wanted to see, like, right where he's at right there, try to do the EX fireballs if you're going to launch him like that.
Oh, that
Zach has
was
shown too many
scary.
times he can get through the fireballs easily. Get the cancel. No go. Krenak's bleeding. Jumping overhead. Counter didn't confirm.
Yeah, no confirm. Let's go.
Oh.
What? Oh my God, she just sailed through 2H.
Easy input. We'll scale a little bit. You're in the corner though.
Yeah, if you're not confident in the Deadly Rave, I mean, that is one of the best skill button supers in the game. You get the animation from hella far. You only lose 200 damage, and that was a pretty short combo, so he actually didn't lose much in terms of minimum scaling either.
Nice.
Nice
DP.
anti-air. Krenak not out of
He's
this
outta
yet. Has to watch out for the DP on Zach's side. Frame traps with the Rekka. Oh, Zach didn't get the confirm into the Super Skybound there, but Krenak not. Oh,
my God.
No,
Oh,
he
the
didn't
heavy-
have EX Rekka available yet, and Zach with the panic
And the
DP, and it's
DP.
enough.
I was scared. GG's.
Zach saved by the lack of EX Rekka timer there. If that hit would have come, even if he could have maybe found, you know, an auto combo or something to kill time until the timer for EX Rekka was back, that would have been the round. But Zach in the box survives, moving on in winners.
Could he have canceled far heavy off into EX Fireball though? I thought the Fireball timer was there though.
I don't remember.
No, he'd used Fireball prior.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, he
the
had-
big
he-
thing was
all
that
he had
EX,
up was,
EX Rekka punish. I was supposed to hit 5L into Beppo, didn't come out, then I started panicking, so I'm like, oh.
Yeah, all he had was
I would-
DP.
I would like to see, just as an aside, just more like normal Rekka pressure instead of spinning it all from EX so constantly.
That's true. I do agree that Fairy is gonna, even against medium Rekka pressure, it's gonna be she's gonna have a hard time dealing with that, even because 5L is not far 5L is not exactly the fastest, and then trying to use that sweep and neutral.
And
to
depending on
beat out
spacing,
from,
far
like,
5L is actually punishable on block too.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna have Marvin Pie versus Kilo up next. Very grand.
Yes. So yeah, Marvin Pie, someone who was playing stories for a little bit, but realized, you know, this character Fairy fits this playstyle way more.
The playstyle of winning, or
Yeah, I mean, you'll see Marvin Pie.
Source is a grind.
You'll see Marvin Pie later this afternoon, most likely winning BB Tag as well, as he
He's been
did
winning
last
a
time.
lot of these like online
Yeah.
tournaments for BB Tag, but right now put in the corner against Kilo, which not where you want to be as Fairy, but sweep gets it.
late tech hurt?
yes.
Okay, pick
So
up.
the whip
I like that
counter hit. It actually counter hit EX boot. Oh,
Sit back down.
GG ruined the punish, but still the side swap is there. Oh, and just run up sweep. You can actually look
Yep.
at Fairy's face. That is exactly that. That is the reaction IRL to Grand just caught the run up sweep.
Oh,
nice.
right there.
Nice dodge. I like Keel's dodge timing just in general. He's
Whoa,
throwing that around.
so
Oh,
running
didn't
close
dodge that one.
stage.
Alright, let's see. We're gonna go sweep. Now we're gonna set up the EX whip setup. GG. Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to really pin down without Intel Super, and you have to just really either wait for the jump or commit to the. But Marvin Pie finds another EX whip. Ooh,
I mean, if you're Marvin, the
Okay.
situation's fine, right? Like, as long as you don't get side switched with
this
a.
is bad.
The throw?
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
he's out.
Marvin. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Okay,
EX
nice.
gonna answer back.
Is he gonna roll out of the corner? No, he's gonna
He
bait the
didn't
DP.
have EXGG. Nice
There it
DP.
is.
All right, Marvin looking sharp.
Yeah, a lot better than the first round. So let's see if we can keep that momentum, keep that pacing up against Kilo.
I like
2H?
it. That's super important to just be on point with 2H. 2H isn't the greatest anti-air, but see, at that range, you couldn't even 2H. That's something I've been experimenting with, where you're gonna have to use close M. Nice punish.
Yeah, I like that. That punish was a little conservative. He didn't go for the close H starter. Instead, he just punished Grand out of the air to not risk Grand landing. And again, the same setup to get her out of the
same,
DP.
Same situation, right? But he
Kilo's
has,
scrambling here. Finds
Oh.
the JU though.
I mean, usually it's Kilo's,
again,
like when he
EX
scrambles,
Bolt
it's not that
gets
big of a deal.
stuffed.
But now, this is looking rough.
Oh,
DP right
drills
out. 2H
Oh, that's it?
actually hit?
Yeah.
from downtown.
Oh no, just a little too
No,
far.
yeah, that's gonna be too far. Kilo's gonna bet it on this.
Smooth through
Yeah,
the
into the
Nicely
ball.
done.
still catches him.
Desperation move by Kilo, and Marvin doesn't fall for it.
I mean, I think the big key right now with Marvin is that he's not afraid to challenge. Any of the pressure that Kilo has gone for right now has been swiftly challenged. With even like a close 5H, I think we saw.
Yeah, he's also called out the DP correctly like 3 or 4 times, and like we mentioned, doesn't go for the home run punish. He goes for the consistent punish into the knockdown. Wow, Grand 2H,
That
Jesus.
2H. You see them pick up the top of the screen.
No,
Speaking of pick up, big boot. Wipe the shoes off.
Nice.
All that off of EX boot, Aaron EX boot that kind of caught Marvin out of the air. Oh dear.
I actually want to give
this is the Kilo we're used to seeing.
I want to give Kilo some credit there because the height that he caught the EX boot at was actually really high, and he did a correct weight.
No.
Like, yes, Gran gets all of that, but that was an easily missed combo with that height, and he kind of had the awareness to wait it out, let Barry fall a little.
Yeah, we talk about Kilo's awareness week in, week out, and that was a great evidence.
Oh, went got her. Oh, the
Jump
side
here.
switch.
Hit a side
Oh,
switch.
he was out of range of the auto combo, but
Still a great idea, though. You know?
JL side
Go
switch.
Here we go.
Overhead.
You get back in the corner.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Sometimes you want DP, but you get
Oh,
instead.
no.
They
This is
go
gonna
into
get the corner.
Right. Yeah, you have no DP, so Kilo's just going in on this pressure. Still not up yet. Oh,
And-
that could have been
trying to
it.
confirm. Heavy, unique, spot dodge. We're out of there. Like he's backing off for the boot.
Oh,
Great
Marvin's
spacing
trying
on the
to
boot
take a
again,
turn
but-
that wasn't his against the EX boot. Got to recognize that tip spacing.
Just DP'd right out. But again, Grand's LDP is so good. Like, you know, it recovers in time. Like, you're not gonna. It's gonna be hard to get a big punish off of
I
that,
know.
pushing from that distance. But he still does it, and it's great.
Interesting.
Okay,
Kilo
Kilo.
using the guard button there, maybe trying to make Fairy moves interact slightly differently with the change in hurt box. Nice roll out of the corner, and he gets back thrown back in. That's the little stuff that Kilo does, right? He sees the positioning switch and immediately tries to correct it instead of going for like some crazy mix-up or an overhead or anything. He just wants the corner back because he knows that's Grand's win condition, is finding that wall bounce in the corner.
The neutral jump gets blown up by the 2-8.
Yeah,
EXCP for the BM.
Probably just trying to get some sort of pressure going, and Kilo's on match point after a pretty strong showing in the
Alright, nice
first
roll.
game from Marvin. But yeah, we have the corner now. Oh, 5H.
This
Big
time,
bait
yeah,
out.
full 5H punish.
When you're that close, you're gonna get him.
EX
Hard
whip
knockdown.
This time. Hard knockdown. EXGG. Oh, I like that.
Quick reaction.
What a bait by Kilo.
And I like the back throw punish.
Yeah,
let's go for the, get the
let's go ahead and clarify that does not count as a
Yeah, it
Chicago
does not
punish,
count. It does not
punishing the DP with the throw. He back throwed for positioning to get the corner.
Does not count. Oh, try to go for the frame.
Oh, no, she's dead. She's dead.
But
You
you
are
try
dead.
to jump one time.
He tried to get out. No, sir.
Yeah, trying to find
Lock down
maybe
the
a
doors.
neutral jump into a drill to get over Grand's head and clip by the fireball on the way up. Good stuff to Kilo.
Good stuff to Kilo.
Moving on.
That's
in
how the
winners.
matchup goes. You know, if you really have to be really, really super on point, or else you're just gonna get EX booted, and then that's how you lose the game.
All right, so we're going to have some more Grand action coming up. It's going to be Brightside coming up against Mars. Mars last week doing a lot of work
Yeah.
on the Soris.
Very, very impressive last week.
To get second with that character is no small feat at all.
And he
We already
looked
talked
very
about how-
clean. He looked very
Yeah. Like we've already talked about, like Soris being kind of weaker, being one of the weakest characters in the game. But when you really put in the work and the time, you know, you can see the evolution of Soris. You know, you had to make some guesses, and a lot of calls were from Mars himself. But, you know, we'll see what he can do this week. Let's see if people have labbed up that matchup and said, "Oh, I
And
gotta
look,
deal with Soris."
We've already seen in the chat just like a couple minutes ago. His Mars is this tape for Grant.
Yeah.
He's gonna go up against one of them.
I don't know
right
if he had
now.
looked at the bracket prior to that. Before he exclaimed how stupid Grant is, I don't know if he was if he
no.
was already conscious of the fact that he was about to have to fight Grant.
Maybe because that character's so stupid and hated to him, he might have been in the lab, you know, concocting some things, ready to fight any Grands, or maybe he just hates Grand. It just might be that.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it is the character that, whether it's probably one of the characters on your priority list to just, you have to know. You have to deal with this character if you're going to want to play it.
I feel like if there is any, good indication of why it's important to learn every matchup, regardless of the perceived strength of the character. I am the poster boy losing to Loane week in, week out on this very stream. I hope I've inspired you all to get out there and lab against the characters that are lesser used.
All right.
That's the thing, you know, in this type of game where like the characters are like strong. There are characters that are strong, and there are characters that are still strong, but the ones at the top are just stronger, right? You still got to worry about everybody in the cast.
Okay, so with the early EX, jeez, you know, I'm not even gonna finish my sentence. What the fuck? Yeah, Zach, that killed Zach. Congrats, Brightside, you killed Zach. We're down the commentator.
He did. He missed the anti-air, but he landed, waited a second, and then DP.
This man's DP, live and die with a DP, but
I love that.
Look, and I like
Rekka
this.
time?
He's using
Okay,
the
for you?
light Rekka to just corner push,
Yes.
knowing that Soris isn't really going to do anything about it. Mars trying to get a little bit of defense stock, but he eats the boot. Gonna
It's
get
the lullaby. You walk back
no, that's
just a
just the
little.
bonk. Close
super
5H.
down.
Single button confirm into super.
That's always the lullaby. You walk back, you backdash as Grand, and then you just EX boot. They're like, oh, I can walk forward now.
oh, DP again, throw them out. But that's the thing, you know he's gonna rush punch, so why not go in?
It's
Mars, this hated character, is bopping him right now. He's gotta do something.
I can't believe he did not. Okay, there it is.
Another DP. Okay, back throw.
Plus frames.
All right, big chance from Mars.
Nice, that's
Because of
EX.
that
Yeah,
from
he's
right
gonna get a
side.
full
Look at
combo.
the damage he loses.
Okay, he's gotta get the tempo. He's
There's
gotta
the
get the rhythm.
JU. Nice use of 5U to armor through. Good
Can Mars
balls.
start the dance?
Great
That
patience
is
from
so
Mars.
is.
Oh,
Brightside backing up,
EX
trying to find more
coming.
favorable spacing. He finds the auto combo, and that's going to be game one.
Already. What quick work. And just, man, if Brightside doesn't make you want to play Grand, I don't know what would, to be honest.
I want to point out my own growth, not just as a player, but as a commentator, that I stopped questioning if Grand Super was going to kill. I had the score change ready to go. I was like, yeah, that's...
If it lands, it's done. But still, Mars, you can take it a second right here. Let the seconds go out, and you gotta do this. Kind of compose yourself.
Yeah, we've seen Mars
push that away.
be very, very successful when his defense is on point, right? He's not scrambling around. He's like really patient, and I mean, Grant's gonna do that to you sometimes, but he's back in the corner again. Let's see if he can weather out the storm.
there's the
No,
shimmy.
The shimmy in the eye.
The heavy EX.
And he just
Take him off
cashes
the
out.
DP.
He could have maybe done a sweep for a knockdown and side switch, but he just went ahead and cashed out the damage. It kind of shows the Brightside has no fear right now. Are you
EXDP?
goddamn kidding me?
This man does not care. There's not a care, a fear in his heart.
I think right now Brightside is like specifically playing for mental damage, right? Like he's trying to create openings by causing tilt.
But that's the thing is like, Grant is like, I feel like this character is specifically built for that. Overhead dash up with it. Another one. Granblue fantasy out here, baby.
so
Pick up
sorry,
with the
Mars.
unique and the DP. Mars is, man, is probably getting.
All right, finds the jump out on the
upset.
throw. This is a chance.
Okay. Did you give Mars a power up by making him
Safe
angry
jump.
at this character?
And he just responded to the safe jump with Wake Up 5 out. There's the 2H.
Nice.
2H.
Yo, he's
Install?
angry.
Yo!
Big punish right here.
Is this
And
work?
a super.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Oh, does it?
I think that was too far.
Jump you. Oh no, he's back in the corner.
Big.
That was his moment and it's gone.
He has
He's gonna
no
swing it
defense
back.
stocks either, so he's even in install taking full damage here. And Brightside able to close out game 2. Moving on in winners.
Damn,
That was like, that was painful to see because it's like when you watch an anime and you think the hero's gonna come back, and then the villain's like, nah, dude, I'm actually just too powerful. Like it's the swerve.
yeah,
All
no
right.
main character plot armor for Mars that time.
Yo, kill the theme. It ain't gonna be playing right now.
As we get set for our next match, we'd like to remind everyone, if you want to support the pot of this tournament, you can do so via Matcherino. You can hit up matcherino.com/T/SSSO053020GBVS. That same string can be used as a coupon code to put 50 cents into the pot for free. You can also check out the marketplace section featuring the offerings from Kaiten Books. Sales from those also give proceeds towards the pot. If you want to support myself, the tournaments directly, you can check out teespring.com/the-waifu-dome. Pick up shirts, hoodies, phone cases, and more with our official Waifu Dome art from Quasimodo X. And if you want to follow on social, you can hit us up at the Waifu Dome to stay posted on what games are coming in the following week. Myself at BG Callisto. And if you want to join the events Discord, you can see it down at the bottom right. So up next, we're going to have myself coming back again up against Kizercrate. It's actually been a couple of weeks since we've played. We did a pretty long set a few weeks ago. Kizercrate mopped me. It was like 30 to 10, maybe 30 to 5. Like, it was not a close set. So we'll see if I can put something together a little bit better, but I definitely was getting unblockable bison slid on all day in the juggle.
Hey, look, there were 10 games you won. You only need 2. So
yeah, and I think that's actually a really good point. That's sort of a measure of like how you're doing in a game, even in a long set. If you put 2 wins together in a row during a long set, even if you, it's possible.
It's possible. We'll see though. You know, Kizer been looking strong here or there. Has a SSSO win on his belt.
Yeah, super strong showings the last couple weeks.
Yeah. All right, but here we go. Still using Vern Weapon though. I want to point that out.
Yeah.
One of the best weapons in EXDP.
Just getting
he took that from Super Saiyan Kid.
Just getting the EXDP out.
Yeah.
High level
strats.
Able to stock up. But I mean, like, you got 2 stocks on your deck right here.
How did he have DP already?
There you go. Pop that sucker. Yo, Kizercrate's timing has been so perfect.
I got baited.
Base out the DP, big punish, medium.
I'm alive, but this is not a good situation.
Oh, absolutely not. He still has 3 stocks. You got to hold some pressure.
Sweet. It was in the same side. Back throw, not quite. Okay.
Try to be cute with the spot dodge. Didn't work out. Nothing from...
Swinging that 5-8
Be
could be a little bit dangerous. Hey. Okay. Still putting some pressure together.
I thought he would give me one more. I thought he would give me one more sequence before he DP'd.
You know,
not today. Today is the day of the DPs.
Playing Kizer, like his DPs sometimes when they're on point, it's just like you don't understand where they're. Right?
Ouch.
Head connects. Let's confirm. He's already put him in the corner. He's got 2 stocks. That's the danger of this character. When he has all this room, he has room to stock up. He has room to play his game even harder. EXDP for the hard knockdown.
Okay, back though. This is huge for Catalina. Again, a throw.
Elite characters.
I'm sure Kizer is willing to take a bunch of throws right now with the life lead in deck.
I tried to wait it out. Yeah,
and that is dead.
I held up thinking he would go for a command grab or a back throw.
At that point, it's sort of a guess, especially with the life you have, because they're going to go up 1-0.
Let's see what adjustments Callisto can make. You know, like, but it's difficult. Kizer just has the right timings, knows when to stock up. That's just the mark of a really great Percy player.
Not finding my...
Yeah, and you see, like we talked about earlier, is that he's really switching up what he's doing after 5H if it's blocked, whether or if he confirms it, right? He's gonna switch into an EX low, maybe a fireball, or not anything at all. But Callisto not afraid of DP still.
Establish those.
Good. You have to see those EX low blocks. You have to.
I'm getting mixed because he has not tried to command grab me once. I held up calling command grab again.
Don't want to give mid-set coaching, but you know it's coming at the end.
All right, Kizer on match point.
Oh, what?
Do something
How
big
did I
here.
get a jump back?
Great spot dodge, but still trying to get some space to put reverse of fortune for Kizercrate. DP.
Base it out. Yeah. That's a typical option. Like you block that, you try to DP to take your turn, but no.
Hey, I mean, still not scared though. Big 5H, but only a small combo.
Great blocks. Here we go, jump you. Pick up, thrust. In the corner. This is where you want him, is Catalina. Big cat blocking it out. Oh, he tried to. That was a smart time to neutral jump.
Oh, I gotta whip punish that.
Okay. Callisto has a small life.
I missed it again.
Slowly walking in. Wow, running up after the block jump you. That was brave, but he got a corner because of it. Good stuff.
Ton of recovery right there. It looked like. Now Callisto poised to take this round.
Yeah.
Fireball just needs one more
giving
hit.
Some space, giving some respect to Kizer, but man, one poke into Skybound could do it for Kizer too. I told you it was coming.
Yeah.
It always comes at the end.
And the Skybound art for the finish.
GG's.
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 I sort of backed off a little too much there at the end. I kind of had exactly, like I had the optimal Catalina situation, right? Where all I needed was a single 2M, and I was trying to maintain that 2M spacing. And a big thing actually, sort of at the end, he caught a block string, but he didn't cancel to anything. And I was looking for a gunflame cancel or something that I could fish like a trade sweep or something from, and it just never came. So good job mixing up his options, keeping me unaware of what was going to be coming up.
Good stuff. He's really good at that, you know. Like once he puts you in like that mind game of what he's gonna do on wake up and also on your mix up. He's really good at making that. It's really hard to get it. Good stuff.
So up next, Zach is coming back up against Medic. So we're gonna see Fairy against Lancelot.
Yes. Match that's probably one of Fairy's. You know,
yeah, I would say
not impossible.
So.
Yeah, Lancelot.
Even with
he was calmed down, right? But like Lancelot still thrives against characters who try to control neutral because he gets to navigate around it in ways that other characters can't.
He definitely, like, even though, like, you know, the EX Gorilla Blade has been nerfed and some of the, you know, the dive stuff has been nerfed, he still can run his normal Lance game plan against Fairy. Like, it really hasn't changed. He just plays a little bit closer, and that's really about it. But that doesn't really benefit, you know, Fairy all that often. So let's see if Zach can stay solid.
And the harder part is that, you know, the EXDP nerf to Fairy really makes it, you have to be super aware and ready for a lot of options. You can't just have a safety net right now.
Yeah, it almost undoes the advantage she maybe could have gained by the extra recovery on his JU, right? Because a lot of other characters, that's the difference, is now if he goes for a bad JU mix-up, they can DP out where they couldn't before, where Fairy still can't.
Nice.
Wow, the pick
wow, into the Gorilla Blade?
I love the slide, getting the side switch off that too. Man. And this, can we talk about this color? This color is clean. This white, absolutely clean.
The weapons match, that's the important part.
That fireball still goes super far. Okay, Rekka time. EX fireball, hold him down. Jump H.
Oh, he was standing and ducked into the overhead. The classic. Finds the back row.
Trying to get the confirm.
And just bails out.
There you go. You can just back off. You don't have to worry too much.
Wow!
Dangerous, but no punish.
Oh my god! That's a Chicago punish.
That's worse than a Chicago punish.
Yeah, you didn't even land the throw, actually.
2H pickup. There we go. Looking at the skies.
All right. Nice job. Conservative pressure by Zach there while the 2-2H was still on deck.
Yeah, we ran right into the H here. Going to see the full loop combo right here. Let's see what adjustments he made for the pads.
All right, went for the air reset. Pressure's still there.
See, the pressure of this character did not change all that much, especially in the corner.
Nice block on the double overhead by Zach. Able to find an opening.
That was dumb of me. Please.
Heavy again. This time EXTP away.
All right, this is a touchy situation for Fairy. You can see the wall jump there. Lance, one of the strengths is so many different options out of the corner. Air to air. Oh, and GG was there! What a confirm!
Made him sit right in it.
Shout outs to the little homie at the bottom.
Thanks, GG.
Also, shout outs to Curly in the chat. Hitting us with the sub. Appreciate you, brother. All right, nice dive. We in there with the DP, set out GG. Cover the ground. I got the air. I like the range that Zach plays. He doesn't go too far in the corner because all it takes is one back throw, and you're getting that corner pressure. Ooh, pushing him back. Heavy. Nice. Meet him in the air. Switch up those anti-air options. Smart stuff by Zach. Here we go.
I should have option select.
Because we're talking about that, but doesn't matter. It's gonna be a ton of damage. Not gonna kill just yet.
Oh, I didn't have GG. No wonder.
Oh, stuffed out of the startup with the fireball. Gonna cash out the damage and just keep Lance away. Oh, no.
Okay, I got lucky.
But the sweep's gonna do it. And that's one of the changes, right? For Lance, it's like you can kind of interrupt those fireballs, and it won't keep going. So you don't have to have the fear. And that's one thing that I've seen Fairies do. You know, even pre-patch was like interrupt the fireball, catch him with the super, or catch him with the EX move right there on the startup. But the fireball would always hit them. Zach got one on the board here. Can he finish this out? EX, pull me closer. Side switch. Great position. Great round by Zach so far.
Oh my god.
Oh, the heavy hit him still.
One super.
Zach. Yeah, there we go. This is looking
Zach,
terrible right now.
we actually talked about this before the stream started of like, if you look at the giant life lead that Zach had and he already had full meter, to just burn install and enjoy your time as a buffed character because he had so much life that even if he didn't find the mix and get the last hit, there's a reasonable chance he was going to build that meter back before he was knocked out. Nice confirm.
Nice.
Caught with the 2L though when he was looking for the reversal. Ooh, yeah, that's spacing on the slide. Nice punish.
Yeah, you gotta be really wary about that. You know, as long as I play myself, you gotta be careful. Yo, check the fireball. Zach pushing back in the corner, so I hope you jump.
Oh yeah, EX Fireball
really
doesn't. Yeah, EX Fireball doesn't continue on the length of the map anymore. It actually only goes about 3/4 screen. Arguably the most nerfed move for Lancelot in this version.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Stuffed out a Gorilla Blade. Zach,
Jeez.
keeping it strong, moving on winners. All right, so
That's one of the big things is that, you know, I noticed he didn't want to play neutral without the EX or Fireball or any Fireball, so I just was really trying to snipe that out with a 5H whip.
All right, so we're gonna move down to the loser side now that all of our winner semis are set. Up first, I'm gonna be back up. This is becoming the losers bracket classic for SSSO. Myself and Rogue in the cat mirror. This is like the third straight week actually. So we'll see how this goes. It's a very weird matchup because it's slow but it's volatile. It's a lot of 2Ms. A lot of spacing, and then somebody gets an EX thrust and somebody dies.
Yeah. I mean, I love, in any game, kind of these Shoto type mirrors. It's just like, it shows a lot of like how you play the character and kind of the clash of style.
I think as Street Fighter 4 players, if you asked like what the most fun match to play is, both Zach and I would probably almost immediately say Ryu mirrors.
Yeah,
like,
some sort of like Shoto mirrors. But yeah, definitely Ryu mirrors. So this is one of those that kind of operates the same way. I always say Rogue is kind of the one sitting back throwing fireballs, and Callisto is usually the one trying to push into the corner, and you see how that clash of styles kind of play out between the two.
Yeah, it's not a bad strategy because Cat doesn't have like the most anti-fireball tools. You do have to rely on spot dodge and roll, where I just don't have as much faith compared to 2M, which is just one of the best buttons in the game. I have plenty of faith in that tool.
Yeah, 2Ms, you're gonna see that a lot, but if you space it out, if you space it at the tip of your 5H, you can catch a 2M, so that's kind of the ranges you're gonna try to see, that 2M, and then where's the tip? Ooh, a big D.
TP right after? Yo, keep me safe.
Safe, quote unquote.
Relatively. You know, if they don't do anything, that's the tech right there. EXCP though from Rogue. And
safe if they press something.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
Opens them up with the Callisto special.
Yeah, didn't have the thrust available, so went for Skybound to have a little bit of time for the timer to come back and thrust it back.
Oh.
So that's huge, but that's not a 2-8. This is huge for Rogue.
Yeah, I'm alive, but this is a good situation. This super does give a safe jump.
Big safe jump. Probably really annoying to set up this safe jump in training mode because this takes forever.
Yeah, no, that's actually very real. That's the karma of being a Cat player. Woo!
Great
Stuck my
roll.
chip
Thrust
attempt.
it, thrust.
Oh my God.
Okay, yeah, that
2M.
was... I don't know about that roll. Maybe he was looking for a 5M or a 5H, but that was actually a very good situation for Rogue there that kind of gave up the frames with the roll.
Great roll, because now EX Fireball is out, and that puts Callisto in the driver's seat in neutral for quite some time. Big 2H, push into the corner. Oh, big whip.
So taking advantage.
I thought he was going to cancel.
And interesting how Rogue fought out of that corner. He ran. When Callisto gave him space, he took that space right back. Turned out into a corner of himself. That's H, but it's hard to 2H.
Oh, nice whip
on
punish.
his hand.
H.
That's going to be close to dead. With the animation, I might be dead, actually. Yeah, it's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat in any mirror, walk back 5H, especially if you're near the corner, could just melt your
Yeah, and a nice kind of short optimal combo.
Mm-hmm.
A little early on the roll.
The fireball.
see those 2M like a measuring stick, like some people say. Just want to play at that range. If you're just outside of it, you could be cooked. Yeah, 2M right back. You got hit by 2M and still 2M after.
That's the button. That's the button of the day.
That's the button. Yeah.
2M. Sometimes I'll do the far range when I'm right outside the distance for a whip punish. Punish.
That was actually a punishable.
Okay.
I didn't get my auto combo. Oh, you're. Oh my God! Close 5H.
Oh
Come
my God.
on.
Whip the 2.
Spoke too soon. Big back throw. Yeah. This could go bad in a hurry. Walk back.
Fireball, pressure. Rogue could swing this back. He's fireball though. The cancel. The smart stuff from Callisto.
Wow.
And the confirm off base.
Oh, wow.
Oh, comes out anyway. Callisto landed. He wasn't blocking.
Exactly how I drew it up.
Character.
Exactly how I planned it.
Strat.
Top level character knowledge.
You can't get the Skybound to hit there, so you know you put them in a mix-up to see if they're gonna block the Skybound. So smart from him.
Very smart stuff. What is going on?
Big
Base on the HTP.
close to the corner. Yeah, wall bound.
I love this. This auto combo. Let the bars come back.
Big jump, you gotta know what's coming. Oh.
EXTP, yo, put him back in the corner.
I love it. I love that. People are not deterred when their EXTP gets blocked, but big side switch from Callisto. Could be close. Yeah,
Small. Dead.
Yeah, smoke.
Sometimes you gotta hold up forward and JU is cat. I mean, you saw me get hit with it like 3 seconds before that, right? Like that's, it is kind of like Mimi, right? But you have to recognize the strength of Cat's JU and the risk reward versus like holding corner pressure or DPing.
Yeah.
Like the risk of the DP is similar in terms of like what you may get punished for.
And in order to counter jumping out and jump you in the corner, you have to put a considerable amount of focus into punishing or like reading it out. If you're not ready, like right here, like you just get side switched on and the reverse of fortune.
This is exactly where you want to be. EXTP, Rogue's timings have been pretty good on the reversals. But yo, just jump you, put you back in the corner.
Okay, now
where are you going?
But he does get out of the corner. He'll take that. I honestly think you'll take that damage to get out of the corner, but you're right back in.
Oh God, I missed the JU. Oh God, this is gonna hurt.
Does it hurt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm dead actually.
Are you seriously?
Yeah, raw super. That's 4,500, I think.
And you know, heads up punish
even
from
guts.
Okay.
Oh.
Nope, still alive.
Good chunk. Oh!
EXTP, yo, swing him out.
I'll do it. Yeah, I waited it out. You could actually see the walk back from Rogue. Like he was specifically looking for the wake up DP, but I mean, that's a Street Fighter 5 situation, right? Like that's the best way I could put it.
On that pressure was walk back to him, and you did delayed DP.
Yeah, that is sort of, you know, the other option there is the sweep, right? That's sort of like the anti bait tool, but just kind of felt it. Right, so that's going to move us to our other loser side match. I believe we're going to have Medic and Samstar. So Samstar, he tried to sign up a couple weeks ago and was a little bit late for sign up, so he wasn't able to make it into the bracket. But back again this week, and this is a name that we haven't seen in a while. Old Marvel 3 player.
3, Nova, Strange, Spencer, man.
I feel like Marvel players, like when you have like nice reactions and you come to a game like this, it kind of helps out. Like I was thinking about this like with like Nemo in Street Fighter 5 and how he like has been through the grimiest stuff in Marvel. It has changed him as a person to be able to react to stuff, but also play really disrespectful. So I'm curious to see how this person is gonna play in this match. Oh man, a Grand player.
And it makes sense. He plays Grand, so he was dabbling in Street Fighter 5 a little. I think he was playing Cody. So it's really interesting to see. You know, he likes that brawler type character. You know, Nova player. So like that brawler type of character.
I'm not gonna lie. I stereotyped. I just assumed as a Marvel 3 player he was gonna play Lance. Like I was like guaranteeing that he was a Lance player.
Oh, because of the movement and stuff. I mean, I feel like a lot would do that, but you know, Grant has a level of just grind, just disrespect in a different way. But here we go.
Great awareness from Medic to get that combo.
Oh, counter hit overhead. I don't think that was a throw either. I think he actually tried to challenge late with a button and just got clipped.
You know, Medic's in there right now. He's not leaving.
Nice
the
forward
reset.
jump.
Okay,
Out
jumps
of
out. Oh, he's trying to snipe
Oh,
it too.
nice
A little bit
slide.
unfamiliarity from Samstar so far right now, but has the corner and Grand in the corner can do somewhat.
Gotta confirm off of those. No. Medic gets the heavy. The auto combo for the finish. Not bad.
Yes.
That Medic.
Oh,
Trade.
he lost the
Nice.
clash. Grand lost the clash. Write it in the books. It has happened. Grand has lost the clash.
You know when you like read the patch notes and you're like, there's no way that this is actually a thing. You see it in action, there we go. Art says thank you for listening. Next got him in the corner with the records with the DP.
Great DP. Trying to set up that fireball. Fireball can be very risky against Lance with all the movement options. Yeah, just not putting together the meaties Samsung needs right now.
DP's
Okay,
out.
DP out though.
Gotta deny those every once in a while. EX fireball. Overhead. Yo, no, that's
Big
getting
bad.
blocked, sir.
Or
No,
spot
that's getting
dodges
moved through, sir.
for
Nice,
much more
Medic.
optimal punish. And Medic's gonna take game one. Yeah, kind of Medic just running over Samstar right now. Samstar has to put something together to try to stop that offense from Medic. You know, all these movement options, and you know, the fireball is the big one too. Great punish though.
There we go. Charlie in the corner with the back throw.
Okay. And the challenge out. That's good block string. Oh, but the jump also killing Samstar too.
You've seen how
Oh, there's the
Medic
anti.
takes the optimal range for the
Okay, that
anti-air.
was expensive with the EX boot, but he got the side switch.
Yeah, we'll take those. So you have all that room to play with.
Nice patience.
You
Didn't
can punch
test
that.
the luck with the
nice
2H.
patient. Yeah, that's why I like to see a little bit more.
That's one thing you don't want to punch with 2H, but you do want to like try to jab that on the way down. Okay, 2L.
Nice
Oh,
2H.
caught
He
him with
waited
it.
long enough to turn around. Bit of a drop though, too high to finish that combo. Oh, the
Yeah,
On wall
slide.
sides.
When he finds the
Didn't
record.
watching your toes. EX fireball to hold him down. Overhead gets
DP,
denied.
you saw that situation so many times. Blocks the fireball.
And
Doesn't have
another
available
DP,
here now.
and Sam's able to take the round with it.
Yes.
Right at the last second.
I mean, I'm sure Brightside has given Samstar some tips.
Hey man, DP
Of our Marvel players, yeah.
and then DP again.
Chicago Marvel, DP.
Reversal, bro. So I proved that doesn't matter. I put a round on the board to see how far he can go with this. Medic's slowing down a little bit. That's a good sign. We see a Lance player like that slow down, and they don't really have like the commands they have. That's a good sign. But here we go.
Yeah,
He's
but
got
then
a
woke
goal.
up-
Another.
he woke
I
up
feel like
full,
we've
so-
seen that exact same sequence, and this time a beefy
Yeah.
confirm.
Medic
Great size
always
here.
has those anti-air confirms on deck and just pressuring with Reckoning.
Too close.
That's misspaced. And last legs for Samstar. Try to sweep through the Callisto special into Skybound. Not going to do it. But no punish.
Yeah, I mean that's that one is safe. The super skybound.
Oh,
Okay.
pick up. Here we
Oh,
go.
too far for the
Oh,
2H.
on
You
it
got
to
to do
sweep
far
or
5H
5U.
there.
You can't get hit.
Oh, baits it out this time.
Final bait on it.
Nice patience by Medic. Just stopping the block string early.
It's like Samstar's starting to get like he's getting that. He's getting the
Yeah.
ideas going. Just like a few drop confirms, or maybe even meter management just in general. He's right there at the tip.
Yeah, that just like the neutral isn't looking bad, but like when he does get pressured too, you know, misconfirms, you know, and then now the DPs are flying.
Yeah,
out,
and
Medic
that
is
can
taking
be
the net.
such a big difference on Gran, right? Like he hits so hard that finishing a combo is just literally the difference between half a health bar or not. Nice. He didn't push a button that time.
Anti-air,
He
DP
empty jumped out of the corner, but Medic had been consistently 2Hing, so he just ate the 2H. Unfortunately put back into the corner though, and Medic able to close out game 2. That'll put him in the loser's side against.
But
I
good
think
to
against me.
see Samstar playing a fighting game
Yeah.
here or there. Yeah,
That's what this game's
that's a
doing,
name
right?
that
It's
you
it's
haven't- yeah.
definitely bringing the a lot of the 2012,
Hey.
2013 era players back into the fold. I don't know what it is about this game, right? It just sort of feels more like playing, I guess, you know, those who came into the scene around the 2009, 2010 era. It just kind of has that feel of playing those games more than
It's-
some of the other recent offerings.
It's simple enough to just pick up and understand, okay, this is how you play neutral. This is like fighting game neutral, but also has a little bit, depending on the character you play, it has a little bit of that sauce that you need just to keep you peaked, keep your interest peaked into the system. You know, it's something a little bit different with the cooldowns, and so it's all this combination of things that can really excite a lot of players and just at least just trying it, you know.
All right, coming up next, we're going to have
Speaking
maybe
of.
the matchup we all wanted looking at the start of this
All
bracket.
right.
The Grand Mirror. Gran against Evil Gran. They're both evil. They both play Gran. Kilo
round
against
start.
The
Brightside.
comparison is that Kilo can be wild, Brightside is unhit. Let's go. How many
Please, both of them round
DPs are
start
we gonna
DPs.
see?
All I want to see is just round start DP. That's all I want from both of them.
2-1-4?
No,
Oh,
just a
fireball!
I'm going to assume that the input system just gave priority to Fireball with that new change that they made, right?
Just to stop them, they're like, listen, we know what you're gonna do.
Big
Please
2H. Oh, wow. Didn't quite get close enough with the boot. That's
And
actually
that-
normally a super consistent combo.
And that's something that you might see tip the scales in Kilo's favor. He's like really on point and aware of all the situations. Brightside can be there, here, or there, but man, we see it very, very consistent. See how that plays out.
But will Brightside,
Wow,
wild
the
nature kind of
5H?
unhinge that? That's incredible.
Kilo.
Wow, with the 2H.
2H behind the back. Man got the faith behind his neck.
I don't know if I feel better or worse. Like, seeing it happen to Gran, I guess, makes it better. Like, good. How's it feel? How's it taste?
But it's by Gran though.
Yeah.
So it's like he gets to have that. Oh my god, that 2H, such a blessed button working out
Oh, the
for
shit gimme.
Brightside. Heavy. Pick up. DP
Cashes
doesn't have the
out,
super just yet.
gives up the corner, DP right back at you. Oh,
I got
no.
one of my own. Counter hit.
This is
Could all go downhill.
All right,
Oh,
bit of a
missed the
drop.
sweep, but still
Nice
gets
block from the
pressure.
overhead.
Great.
Yo, man, the pickup, the light.
Good job, Dylan. Great job.
Drag those knuckles on the ground. This is a
perfect.
silverback match right here.
I am
Perfect.
fully entertained.
This is exactly
Thank
what I
you.
wanted this set to be.
Like the
Oh,
shimmy.
he
Oh,
tried to
we went too
shimmy.
long.
And
It was
then, yeah,
long
Kilo
there.
responded with the sweep. He saw that shimmy last time, and now he has the corner. Yeah, using 5U, Kilo one of those grands that really, really loves 5.
All right, caught the
Shimmy,
shimmy.
but no confirm. Gotta have those on deck.
All right, this
Otherwise,
time
we
no
know
2H.
situation.
All right, we're just
Okay.
trading
Oh,
JU's
yeah, we're just
jockeying for
jumping you.
corner position. And right
Oh,
back
yeah,
at you with the
Kilo
run up
with his own
overhead.
medicine. You're dead.
Oh, that's the confirm. The great thing was he did that little, he did a little dash up, and then he got the overhead. Ooh. Y'all were talking about Kilo with those confirms, but like, I don't know, man. Brightside with the disrespect, he's out here.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a battle of willpower. You saw how many times they jump viewed, try to get that corner position, and
Yeah, I mean,
Brightside came in on
that's sort
top.
of mutual recognition that controlling the corner is more important than anything else that can happen in the match. And again, this is the unstoppable force against the immovable object of grand clashes, because this character is possibly the single best at handling clashes in any situation.
Yeah, still, even with the nerfs, he's still amazing. And it's amazing that we have Brightside on match point.
You know, Kilo kind of lives in that chaos. You know, once he gets the scrambles going and kind of ups the pace, that's where he shines really. And you know,
But
Brightside was kind of molded
generates
by
it,
that.
right? Like, yeah, he's the one who's like, no, Kilo does very well in Brightside's house, and Brightside is pointing out that he still has his name on the lease. Like,
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's how Kilo has gotten, like, he's been down in this situation before, but like, he's gotten back into games with just scramble situations. And
Nice
he's putting it
confirm.
together now.
Heavy EX. There we go.
Fence
for the
guide on
super.
that. Not enough.
Like, gives you some positional advantage. and some
I think he
damage
wanted
to the deck.
jump forward.
yeah, mistimed the safe jump, but finds the challenge against the overhead, run up overhead, not this time.
I held my breath. He ran up. I saw that overhead startup. I held my breath.
2H. DP baits it out.
Big 18 on the DP.
Yo, playing to his nature right now.
Confirmed by Brightside.
And again, caught the holding
Kilo
up.
holding up. Sweep. No. Oh, we're gonna go for the damage. Jump you. Okay, this is Kilo's chance.
Yeah, here we go. Time for
Okay,
time for JU
time
loops.
for trading jump U's.
Brightside backing off.
Fireball, HD.
Okay.
This
There
time, though,
it
the
is.
JU finds the mark, but he wasn't ready to confirm.
Okay.
Uncharacteristic
Slowing
for
it down,
Kilo,
Kilo
and
slowing it down.
misspaced the
No,
throw. On a trade
you
on
knew
the
it was
boot.
coming.
That was EX boot with all resources on deck. That would have been like 70% right there.
Yeah.
And Brightside able to get the trade.
Yeah. A frame later, and that could have spelled like a bad situation from Brightside, but he put it out early. And Brightside is in winners final.
All right, on the other side of our winners semis, going to be Zach in a box up against Kizzer Crate.
Kizzer smoked me last time.
Yeah, I mean,
He was definitely very, very much so in my head last time, so we'll see how it goes this time.
in fairness, that was 2 weeks ago when Kizzer smoked everybody. So like he was on one. He's been steadily improving at this game over the last couple of months, but his gameplay the other week was just special for, you know, by any of our standards. So we'll see if he can keep that going right now.
Okay.
That was gonna be 5-8.
Trey, but you were,
Nice.
you know, kids were able to stock up. That's
Yes.
important. Is like one of the momentum things with this character is being able to stock up early in the match to continue that pressure.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't know what side.
Oh no! Check him into the GG. As
Yep.
he
Yeah,
picked up with all that damage.
It's something I want to point out, thanks to one of the buffs that Percival got last season, has arguably the only sweep that is about as good as Fairy's, except his has higher priority. His is a level 2 priority, where hers was reduced to a level 1. Super. This is going to be close.
Bobs.
Fairy health, I think she's dead,
Ouch.
yeah.
Yeah. Like paper. Okay, so with the first one, nice confirmed round start by Zach with the DP. Yo, put him out.
All right. Nice counter hit, air to air.
Not bad for Zach, though. None of this is bad for Zach.
All right, blocks the unblockable. Swinging, yeah, nice. That's what we were
Nice
talking
sweep.
about. Good recognition of the uncanceled 5H. Finds a sweep punish.
We were talking about that earlier. He's going to have to tighten that up. Yes, closer and closer, making it close. Oh, with a 2H. He's walking him down. You know that with those stocks,
Oh, no.
you can make that difference up and more.
Ooh, that was a point blank sweep.
A sweep.
No cancel. And again, no cancel. Daring Zach to go for the... And that sweep, like, it's a risky punish, right? Because if he does the thrust, that's 25%. Just gone. Run,
Right.
back throw.
Back throw. Oh, here we go.
Plus frames.
Good.
And the
Oh, he
DP.
baits it out. Oh, this is dangerous right
He
here.
has 4 stocks,
You're not
too,
dead
so
yet,
he doesn't
but-
have to stock at all. He can just straight go for Oki. Safe jump, yeah. Good tag. Oh, no!
Jump
Forgot I had
and
no DP.
overhead.
Shit.
Game 1, going to Kizzer.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Okay, so looking as strong as ever. Interruption though. I mean, some of these rounds just start off well for Zach, and then, you know, the stocks, the damage,
Nice
the corner
confirm.
pressure.
Gonna get some stocks
Now
here.
things are
Yep, burns the
starting out
medium to
better
get
for
3.
Kizzer. He didn't cancel that time either. He's not canceling these H's.
Now,
There it is.
and yeah, so he started setting up those uncanceled 5Hs, risking the punish, to now have the option to run cancel into things that will beat the sweep. And quick round to Kizzer. He's on match point.
He's also put in the command grab. You saw that come out, snatcher by the wig. And that's the danger, is like when you start leveling and layering these options, this character already has plenty of, it's hard to keep track of all that. It's a ton of mental stack. As we put in the final match here
Okay.
for the Bay of the DP.
Nice. Good choice of punish there. It was at a weird position where Fairy wasn't going to get a lot, but Zach still found a heavy button.
Sneak that on in there.
Nice
2H
2H.
pickup.
Misses the sweep.
Why am I getting sweep?
Oh, just caught with the meaty this time. One mix up for Kizzer. Oh,
Yet
I
light.
died.
no, you're alive. Never mind.
GG's.
Now, clip that one, and so that's perfectly cut right there.
I'm sorry, Zach.
Oh my god. Man, it's like at least wake up an L, but no. It's gonna be Kizzer moving on. But that's, you know, Kizzer showing why he's strong, layering those options, laying on the offense, and you know, knowing when to stock up, and then mixing up the H. We thought that was gonna be detrimental, but it wasn't. All part of the plan.
I'm sorry for giving you false hope, Zach. That was rude of me.
No, I knew. I knew. I knew.
All right.
Hands off the controller.
So moving on in our top 8, we're going to go down the loser side. Up first is going to be myself against Medic, followed by Mars against Marvin Pie. So we're going to be moving right along. Catalina
Medic.
against Lance. Everyone knows my feelings about this matchup. I think this is a rare losing matchup for Catalina. But she does have some good options that require Lance to be kind of like thoughtful about how he's using his strong stuff, right? Like she can OS a lot of things, so it's up to him to sort of be creative with where he uses things. But he has a lot of options for getting out of the corner that kind of go against what she is all about as a character, which is pushing to the corner and then controlling space with 2M. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, he's a little bit more squirrely. One of Catalina's strengths is to like kind of push the corner and get that, one hit
Nice
confirm
2H.
into the corner. But like,
Medic.
if he's squirrely, moving around, it's hard to.
Very strong on the anti-airs consistently.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say,
something
like, that's one of his biggest things.
Yes,
Right
that's
there is
one
being
of
able to catch
Medic's
people.
biggest strengths. He really is on point.
I mean, that's good. You don't want to get hit by a jump you by this character,
Yeah.
especially by the corner. And Medic playing that
I
perfect
was
range.
late on
I
the
don't want to get
punish.
thrown.
That was definitely a punishable
sweep.
sweep.
Racket time. EX fireball holds you down.
I'm going to spend this actually for the hard knockdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a setup.
Yeah, I'll get a safe jump out of this.
Watch the cutscene.
Yeah, watch the long cutscene. And now we finally get the safe jump.
There we go. We in there?
Safe
Watch the
pressure.
Medic.
Oh, he's gotta walk in. Okay.
Sick.
Oh! Drops it.
The 2H.
The 2H! What is going on? Scramble City. The slide.
Did I get hit? I thought I anti-aired. What?
What?
I thought I won that round.
I thought you won that round like 4 or 5 seconds ago. But so many scrambles, it's Medic that found his footing. Oh,
Wow.
man. Finish that? Okay, we're gonna punish that.
That.
Nice.
Jump you?
Tried to OS, but I think I was misspaced to do it. Wow, on the throw?
Now we're getting the Reckless to the corner this time. Does not cancel the last one. Keeps it safe.
I made it 2M to finally fight out of the corner. Wait.
What?
Oh,
that was a
yeah?
throw.
That's
How did I get
unique.
light wall? Oh my
EX is gonna take
god.
advantage of
Yeah, great
this.
awareness.
I'm already tilted because I'm having flashbacks to last time I fought Medic where I got the kill hit and got thrust instead of skill button super. Where I went for a throw and just got 5U. Like,
Believe in victory.
I'm tight. I'm already tight. I hate this
We
character.
always know Shin Callisto, when it comes out, the GPs are gonna come out. The disrespectful plays are gonna come out. I'm not saying I don't like it.
Let this man work. All I gotta say is let this man work. The Shin Callisto comes out. Look at him, angry now. Yo, DP right there, Rekka. He's reacting now. He can see the frames. He can see red. He can see the
He's
frames.
reacting. I think he was just willing to let that rip.
Oh
Trying to
god.
give him some credit. Oh no, off the wall. Not bad. Back to mid screen still. Heavy, heavy. That's one of the things is like you can kind of throw that out there a little bit more. You don't have to worry about Gorilla Blade.
That's a good point. Yeah, trying to fight out 2M to give space that little measuring stick. One of the best normals in the game. Really well spaced out thrust, but we're in there now. Medic trying
still
to use
playing
that
slow?
slide, yeah. Something that Medic does try to do a lot, especially at the last instance. Try to get that sweep in. Sometimes it could be poorly spaced. So we'll
Yo,
toss
caught
him
him.
around there. Hey, we have the corner now.
Read him like a book, and now he's gonna pay for it. And again, great range.
Wow, that still confirms without
counter.
counter hit. I forgot about that.
I like Medic patience in that corner, right? Blocked it out. Now he has the mid screen. Use that fireball.
2Ms. Wait for a confirm. Wait for the cancel and the fireball. But you gotta be careful with canceling the fireballs. Obviously, Lance can sweep that. It's a mix-up game. Oh man.
God, these anti-air
Anti-airs have been
confirms.
on point. Reset.
Ooh, interesting.
Nice. Check him outside the sky. I love that. Pike Callisto.
The 2H again. Yeah,
What?
so
He gets that for a
quite bit.
non-counter hit? I empty
Yes,
jumped
yes,
on
yes.
purpose?
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Callisto getting closer and closer to chip ranges. Oops.
See the skybound on deck. Anything will do it.
Oh, the
It's Gorilla Blade
Oh.
punish.
Okay. Gonna cash out here, so he's still gonna have after the setup all of his special moves available.
So I went with the easy input super because it gives an auto-timed safe jump here that I would not get. Yeah.
Try to do it. And that you'll spin that just get out of the corner.
Yeah. Oh,
That's fine.
it's close to the punish for Medic.
But just backing away. He doesn't want to get hit by anything.
Oh, the thrust. Errant thrust. Gonna take that. Callisto 1-1.
Yeah, he was actually backing up and giving me good thrust spacing to where it'd be safe on block, so.
Believe in victory. Battle.
Alright, 1-1. Shin tapping into a little bit of Shin Callisto there. Oh, try to get the counter hit air there, but not quite.
We haven't seen the Shin
I thought if I
Unless he
waited
runs
long
up
enough,
overhead.
he wouldn't be ready to anti-air, and he always is ready with the 2H.
Just back on the fireball. Overhead. Going for those. Callisto not taking
waited.
his turn.
Okay. Oh, you almost got the confirm.
Oh my God, let me out.
Yeah.
Let me out. Not like
Inside?
that. That's not how I want to get out.
Well, you got out, but you died for it.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's the choice, right? You want to try to jump out and
I
get
got
outside the corner
mixed.
because
I got
you
mixed
won't
like
take-
6 times in the corner.
Oh, but Medic's anti-airs have been so on point though. It's so hard to. Normally you can jump out and you won't take that much damage, but man, Medic conversions have been on point. And now he's on match point.
Big
DP.
DP. Callisto doesn't care right now. When it's on the last leg, when he's in losers, Callisto just doesn't care what does the. Yeah.
Oh God, I got
killing
you got
him, and now
mixed
he's
up
on the
from
other
it.
side.
This character's messed up.
Still messed up. See some people saying Lance isn't good anymore. I don't know about all that, brother. Raka gets the throw. See, like, and now he's layering
Okay,
on
great.
the offense.
Oh my
But
God,
the
these
jumps
2Hs.
Can't jump on Medic.
Even if he didn't
Oh,
get the
God,
full
I
confirm,
broke, I
but
broke.
he will get the full confirm here. Ooh, off the heavy.
I need a Medic.
Check the pulse. He's still alive, but for how long? Overhead. Was that a counter? Yo, Callisto answering back.
I can't.
Thrust to the corner.
Oh, 2H.
Pick up
Counter
off the
confirm
wall.
again. What are we gonna spend here?
You're dead.
Oh,
You're
okay.
dead.
Backboard.
Fucking
died?
shit, you're dead.
Oh my God.
Let's fucking go.
Clip that. Let's go. I want to see that clip, people. I want to see that clip.
Yeah, I just tried to jump back once and lost 70%. What a.
Man, like Callisto out
putting
here.
it together. Oh man, you gotta be feeling some type of way if you're Medic now. Can't even air there. Okay.
No.
That's not what I
was
wanted.
Optimal right there.
Sure it was.
By Medic.
Yeah,
Am I
it's
gonna
looking
take a
great
full
for
advantage?
Callisto, but now he has to hold all this pressure. Oh wow.
That one I did on
Letting
purpose.
He's on the fireball.
it- that one I did on purpose. Oh no.
Overhead counter hit, but doesn't
The
go
jump.
for a big punish. Ooh, that could have been it right there. I mean, it could have been close to it.
2H.
Oh, you knew it was coming as an anti-air? That character swinging a big
Okay. Oh,
fat button
early in the roll.
fireball. Medic just, you see him just timing stuff. He doesn't want to get hit by any deep like that. You can't take too much more damage.
No.
But it
Got it.
This is tight right here. Can Callisto find that final confirm?
No,
He's
EX
taunting and saying,
fireball.
come to the corner. He's seducing him.
Cannon.
Come to this corner.
Oh.
I got something nice for you.
What a challenge.
No, the confirm with the Rekkas.
Uh-oh.
Ah,
Throw.
fuck.
Oh, Medic punches it out.
GG's. Woo. I don't like this matchup. I feel like I did good. I feel like I did what I could, right?
I mean, that last round, you had all the momentum, and then you did accident.
Yeah. That was kind of a flubbed like safe jump OS input, and I got a random DP when I jumped in, so that was rough. It happens. That's specifically why you practice, right? Like
Yeah.
for a game that a lot of people will say has baby combos and stuff, there's stuff that requires practice, and you got to grind out the setups to make sure you can get them consistently when you need them. So gonna have to take that one back to training mode and brush up a little bit more. So up next,
That's what we like to hear.
we're going to have Mars up against Marvin Pie. Marvin Pie, as we mentioned before, did spend a good amount of time playing stories, so he's going to definitely have an understanding of what this character can do.
But it's probably gonna go Fairy. He's been mainly Fairy recently. And the thing about Mars, like last week, he smoked me, right? He looked very, very familiar with the Fairy match. So I'm curious to see how Marvin Pie approaches it any differently. Marvin is a lot more active than me, a lot more inside setups. So I think that might be a tipping point, and if he can clutch us out against Mars.
I think if you're Sora's, like that's what you don't want to see is like a really active fairy, right? Like if someone's laying on the pressure like that, like you don't get many chances to get in, and that's the problem with Soros. He doesn't really have that many options to get through the neutral. He's got to find that rush punch or the EX rush punch, and it has to land. But if GG's out, the normals are out, it's easier said than done.
We'll see. Yeah, strong showing from Mars last week. Let's see if we can put it together in losers again. But definitely, yeah, like Callisto mentioned, Soris is a character that Marvin Pie kind of exclusively pretty much played. So we'll see. There's definitely some familiarity with that, but see how it comes together in a Fairy versus Sori's matchup.
And we saw-
Unless they're gonna go Sori's mirror.
I just saw a pause from Marvin Pie, I want to point out. So, oh no, he is going to stick with Fairy.
Oh, he's going
I
Fairy.
just wanted to point out that there was a pause in case he was thinking about changing characters. He maybe double-checked his stage selection to make sure it was on Coliseum or something. All right. Oh no, he actually went for the Ladiva stage.
Be honest, I don't.
Sorry, he's color coordinated
this-
with the stage.
Oh, that's high tech. You know, if you're trying to go for a mix-up and you can't really see it, ooh, that's it.
Yo, they're letting the intros rock like this?
Oh,
The
yeah.
anime today?
Oh,
Here in the Waifu Dome?
Okay, I approve of this color.
Yeah, it's a
Let's
pretty
go,
good color.
Marvin.
And the Vern Whip.
And the weapon. Yeah, let's
Like,
take the
a little bit
weapon.
of hero, a little bit of villain.
Chaotic good out here.
Oh
Yo,
man,
round star XCP, that's what I'm talking about. If you ain't gonna stop me, I'm going in.
Yeah,
this
and
is a big.
it's a bet, but that's the reward for being right for Sori's. If that counter hits specifically, they're in the corner instantly. If it regular hits, unfortunately, they're still standing, and if it gets blocked, you gotta wait a bit to start your offense. As you see just now, his timer's coming back, but not a bad opening round gambit.
I like Marvin Pine's pressure, man. A lot of
Wow,
staggers.
just DP'd the
not
run-up.
afraid.
Yeah, setting the tone early. Nice,
Oh,
JM,
great
and
air
the
to
pickup.
air.
He didn't have anything really left to confirm from there, but able to squeeze out a bit of damage to get some space out of the corner.
Mars sitting closer and closer to Super Skybound art. Like, once he gets a few more hits on himself. And I think that might help out in, like, finishing off this character. She's got low health and you just want to kill her quickly. Yo, chip, over and over again.
I really like the use of the walk from Marvin. Like, he's doing a lot of just walking forward and not committing to anything. Trying to claim space and push towards the corner.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
I like the ball
gonna have a
here
mix.
because...
Oh no!
Okay, or maybe not.
What ball?
Mind.
I mean, that ball's still
Okay.
there. It might still be coming from the back. I don't think it's gonna make it all the way back this far in screen though.
Oh, the 2H just
Yeah, too
missed.
far.
Sweep.
Yo, Mars
still.
can make this happen.
I like
Mars
it.
has
Oh,
no
just touched
defense
him
stock.
out.
Oh, that was
Ooh, what a
clutch.
snipe.
JL
That was
or
sick,
5L
Marvin.
rather. Not only that, but he had it. That wasn't a confirm, right? Like he
No,
called
yeah,
out.
he has to commit to that.
Yeah, he called out the dial out to EX whip, knowing that it was gonna stuff something on the way in.
That was so sick and clutch. But Mars putting it together, trying to push that corner. Yes, let's go. Wow! What the hell?
Bro, overhead caught the crouching button. Are you kidding
He
me?
waited 5 seconds and then Mars overheaded. Come on, yeah.
I like
No,
that
Distance?
Mars recognized
Probably-
like, oh, I can't punish sweep with 2M. Fine. What if I just go over it? Oh, no confirm on the counter hit jump in. What the spot dodge
This
on
time,
the... Yo, Marvin.
Yo, these wait.
These two were
With the
playing
all
all
right
right
there.
right now.
Yeah, these stand-ups have been amazing to watch. But Marvin trying to put it together. Use the X whips, but that's gonna be out of commission for a little bit.
I like how he goes for the dodge right after, he throws something out just to goad Mars into doing something.
All right,
So he can
Marvin
get a
not
punish.
challenging, just waiting, trying to get his EX whip timer back.
Yeah.
But Mars has the lead.
Oh, big counter hit.
Sora's rush punch in there. Chip.
Oh,
Go for
That's
the
late,
super four?
yeah. Oh, no, he forgot about the
gonna
second
work.
hit.
I wonder, do you spot touch twice there? Spot touch.
I mean, either way, you're risking getting caught
Sure.
by the second hit in recovery, but also that super's just mad punishable if you block it. You can just walk up and do close heavy.
Oh no. And Marvin feeling the pressure in the corner right now. Okay.
Nice.
Got out.
Fake out on the initial jump, able to find the swing in another
And it's
big
big.
stuff. 5H.
Regular GG setup. Yeah, not quite.
Didn't land on it. Yeah. Marvin Pies can take a lot of hits too. I mean, Mars again, even though he's in the corner, he's got.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
Never mind. This is all being made up. He's
Let's see,
going
what's
for
the
super.
combo? Is he gonna do the GG one? Yes. 2H. Oh, I missed it.
That's okay. He still has a lot of room to play
Yes.
with though. This is
That was
perfect for him.
huge because that could get into a sweep setup with a lot of damage. So a lot of damage left on the table, unfortunately for Marvin, but still has to control the corner.
This is what you want. You want to have that room space to be able to walk back, work from this character.
Fix.
All right.
Because you don't want to get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, he's starting to give up a lot of space here, actually, getting himself pushed into the corner.
And we're getting dangerously close to it. Like you said, but there's that walk forward. I really, really love that. You just threatening with the space that 5H covers, that 2M covers.
Yeah, for a character
Trying to
that, the primary tool you think of is the long-range buttons. That doesn't mean you have to press the button, right? You can use the threat of the button to
Right.
control space and then claim that space in another big 5H.
Big 5H. He's been
And that's gonna
finding
be
these
it.
We're gonna go into ball.
Just, yeah. 2H, DD, keep it
just
easy.
2H.
Yeah. Yeah, on that setup, if you hit him off the air, you don't want to do the GG combo. You're gonna want to run up or do a super jump. It
was good recognition of what damage he needed too, right? Like 2H DP was plenty. He didn't have to do much off of that.
And you know, Marvin
just walks out of the corner.
That confirm could have been like big right there too.
Oh, 5. You get back in the corner and look at the meter that Marvin just got for that, like 30%.
Even better than just getting it when it's blocked.
Nice reaction to the
smack
GG.
the face out your mouth.
Don't throw that squirrel at me.
Mars is recognizing like he's been waiting a little bit too long. Like he's been a little bit too patient in the neutral.
You know, Marvin's been doing a great job of like figuring out when exactly he wants to go in. That's why those errant 5H's have looked really money right now. Okay, gonna try to fight out that. Great.
Nice. Saw that GG go up in the air, so it's my turn now.
And Mars, you know, he's doing that quickly enough that there's a, you know, he could potentially be looking at the timer, similar to how Percival will play, or might just be picking the right spots to throw it out.
Ooh,
nice. Starting to put that unique in there.
Nice.
Pump the chest out.
Yeah.
Good stagger pressure with the 2Ls. And there's the run up overhead. That should be the round. Super? Yeah, didn't even need it.
Oh, yes, it is.
And you see the explosiveness. You know, when Marvin wins, it's been really grinded down, really clock running down. Where when Mars wins, it's just like one situation, boom, boom, boom.
And we should point out that there was like another 1K to go on that combo, right? Like he could have gotten 5H in the super. Like that combo was nowhere near over.
Nice. Use that 5L to pass there, but man, for the risk reward of using 5L, it can be tough. Running all the way?
Oh my God, ran all the way.
I mean, that was smart by Mars because like he was like, I'm just gonna neutral jump, you know, some of the buttons here or the run in, but Mars just kept going, or Marvin just kept going.
Marvin's pressure is going in now. All right, using EX Hulu. Why? Because now you don't have.
All right, back throw, mid screen.
Stop this! You didn't confirm it though. Shake.
All right, whip is down.
Using that EX whip, and this is huge because that the threat now for Marvin, if he gets to normal, is not that high.
I mean, the way he's been putting out 5H and 5L, he could also just buffer to hula hoop.
It's confirmed. Ooh, just almost had it, but still got to confirm anyway.
Didn't matter too much.
All right, Marvin by a match point. Using that EX whip, I would like to, you know. Usually, I feel like Mars is really good at, you know, sniping out those whips or GGs, but it hasn't been working out too well this set.
Yeah, I believe it's just like a few misconfirms here or there that could also turn it around. Like, you want to keep the tempo and the rhythm up with this character. Ooh. Keep on the pressure.
Right air to air.
You let someone like Marvin Pye get out, you're in trouble.
Yeah, just using that B whip to kind of keep them in place while GG's out. Wow, what a swat dodge, but not quite. Trying to go for that sweep after that block string.
Yeah, jump in. I like that patience by Marvin Pye. I was a little late to 2H, and Sori's JH is like one of the single best jump-ins in the game. Decided to not challenge.
Setup time. We're going to spend install, yes sir.
Oh, double setup? Okay. Oh, gets the side switch into the combo.
Pick up.
All right, you have one more setup.
Let it rip.
Yes,
yeah, punish.
2 hits. He knows this time, and Mars moving on into losers who against Mars, who got second last week.
All right. So that's actually going to set up, I believe, Marvin versus Zach in a fairy mirror on loser's side. So before we get to that, would like to remind everybody, if you want to support the players in this tournament, you can hit up the Matcherino, matcherino.com/T/SSSO053020 GBVS. You can also use that string to add 50 cents to the pot for free. Our partners at Matcherino, very generous, giving us $25 per game to use each week. So please get in there, use those coupon codes, takes just a minute. You can also check out the marketplace section featuring the offerings from Kaiten Books. There is also a sponsor quest from Matcherino themselves, the forum quest, where you can fill out a short survey to help donate to the pot. And if you want to support the tournament directly, you can check out teespring.com/the-waifu-dome and check out the shirts, phone cases, and more with the official art from Quasimodo X. And you can hit us up on social to keep up to date with what's going on in the Waifu Dome sphere, what games we have coming on what weeks. So with that, we're going to move on to our losers quarters. Up first, we're going to have Medic coming up against Kilo. And this could be the start of what we've seen out of Kilo a few times, right? He has that loser's bracket power-up that he's shown off multiple times, trying to claw his way back. But definitely quite a road to go. Still has to get past Lancelot, which is not necessarily a favorable matchup for Gran. And then no matter what, he has to fight Fairy next.
And that's not that bad for Gran. But, you know, we've seen Medic, the king of 2 H's, man. And, you know, Kilo, part of his game plan is the jump use. So if Medic can consistently take that away from Kilo, it'll be a strong start. Let's see. Starting out with a run-up right away. He's not scared.
Oh, boo! Knocks him right out of the unique. Oh, this is starting real well for Kilo.
Nice, finds a counter hit 5H. Great confirm.
And I like how Kilo sneaks in the uniques in there, the charge ups in there too as well. Just using that Oki sometimes, just to power up this character even more. EX boot!
And that was like super in his face too. That would have been blocked and punished if he had blocked.
Yeah, and I don't think Kilo's actually using the 5U to charge it. He didn't hold it long enough to get a level, but he uses it as like maybe he'll cancel and do something, or maybe he'll let it rip, because if it counter hits in the corner there, that's a free wall bounce and do 1 billion damage.
Ah, true.
And the light DP, if you want any indication of how good Gran light DP is, it's that it whiffed over a button and he landed and got the mix up.
Okay.
Overhead.
Great
blocks
block
it,
from
but doesn't block the DP right after. You knew it was coming. All right, just staying solid. Does get opened up after the Rekkas here. Fireball chasing him down. I love Medic just like picking up the pace of the fireballs, but man, all it takes is this. All it takes is this. It's not going to kill though. Do a hell of a lot of damage.
St. John?
One more chance.
Interesting situation.
Yeah, for Lance to make up this life, that's one of his big weaknesses. Low damage character, put in a lot of mix-up.
There's the TP.
And that's not bad. I mean, you can risk that and take, a few more sequences. That's not too terrible. And you said that was, it's hard for Lance to make up the deficit. And there's only like, what, 3 real instances where he can get these big confirms, these big damage money makers to swing things back. And, you got to land those. Didn't have a chance. Medic down.
Yeah.
Kilo going in right now. EX Fireball. Pressure over and over again. Wiping off the boot.
Yeah, another one. Medic does not want to tech, but he's going to tech at the wrong time, I feel. Here we go.
It's a late tech. He took some help from that.
Still teching, yo.
All right, off the backboard.
All right, baits it out. He has no meter available.
He's going to keep it safe.
Yeah, he could have maybe extended a little more with Gorilla Blade there, but decided to just go for the corner carry.
Boot again. Could have finished it.
Yeah, Gorilla Blade. He was fishing for a counter hit. He needed something big.
Wow.
Super solid round start Rekka.
Yeah, something that Kilo brings out often.
Smart option to just, use the teleport, get the combo, chase him down, unblockable.
Yeah,
there's
Kilo's
the
been jumping
anti-air.
back in response to
And the side switch. Great use of the Gorilla Blade.
Medic is more than happy to deal with, too,
yeah,
right? Like,
exactly.
You've seen him so many times. Anti-airs, on deck, on point.
When Kilo just jumps back in response to a fireball, he's gaining a lot of space as Medic, and then getting some anti-airs off it.
Nice. You can't jump against Medic. We see it over and over again. You got to stop. DP, though.
All right, this is, block for your life. One counter hit can end this round.
There's a 2-2-8, but he beat it up.
He got out of the corner.
Overhead! Oh, my God.
Oh, missed him.
It was it.
That's a punish.
Punish?
What? He missed the punish?
DP! Yo, let Kilo come back from this. Let a man like Kilo come back from this.
Fireball traded.
Just got to watch out for boot.
DP is about to be out the boot. The
You just hit the boot.
That's
he gonna swing
oh,
it
he
back?
could have punished that. Lance with the far enough 5-frame button.
Fireball. Doesn't want to deal with it.
Oh my God! Kilo swings it back with it to him. Are you kidding me? He did that from the brink, and he did that with the most grand type situations.
That's unfortunate for Medic. He had 2 separate situations where all he had to do was mash 5L to get the punish and kind of pass it up on both. Super unfortunate, but Kilo's going to be moving on to loser semis.
Yeah, good stuff to Medic though, but I think this whole tournament today, there's just been a couple situations where one thing kind of spirals into like another mistake, and it just, that was hard. That's rough to see.
But Grant capitalizes on that so well. Like, if you're not punching those mistakes, the swing around for him is super easy, super fast. So, Greats up the kilo.
Alright, so me and Marvin have played this a decent amount of time. You know, I was kind of the one teaching him the fairy mirror. But he's been putting in a lot of work, man. And we haven't played in a while. He also switched. What? I'm gonna start it. Oops.
Okay, Unique, build that bar.
Nice.
Not gonna lie, I'm feeling this strawberry color coming out of Marvin here.
No, it's very strong. I don't have any colors on PC, so. Okay.
Problem from switching. Ooh, jump you. Didn't get a full combo there. Wasn't deep enough.
All right,
ACB, good bait, though.
I could have gone into super.
Yeah, Zach's sitting on a lot of meter here.
Gotta find a time to use it. Zach does, finally. That confirmed. Gotta find those final
Ooh,
hits.
this time spot touch.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
able to reverse beat. Yeah, that was a little sus, but able to find the hit to close out. Fairy in the mirror is a really unique situation because she's pretty much the only character in the game who can straight up on block punish her own buttons, even on hit sometimes. So it kind of forces her to dial out special cancels that also, if you predict them correctly, are punishable in themselves. So definitely has some unique opportunities to punish herself that a lot of other characters don't have. There's the mix, delay into the low.
Heavy, yep. DP.
This is the sweep knockdown one. Good situation still.
Nice.
Is he going to take the side switch? Yeah, rolls through. Gets through the DP. Going to cash out damage here.
That's
We got on deck. Oh, just misses.
Oh,
DP, but he still gets a heavy.
Counter hit 5H. Ouch. And EX whip is already
This is
up
bad.
again? Jesus.
Got me.
Ooh.
Overhead. Oh, no.
Good stuff.
He swung that right back even after that errant. DP got the heavy. Great sequence from Marvin Pye. Puts it around the board.
Ouch.
Nice, trying to bait him, and he does. Marvin Pye is so great at like using the swing, the momentum, the movement, and stuff like that, and just baiting up people's approaches. Look at him. See? Just looking for you to whip that 2H.
Oh, I missed. Yeah, you can't punish. Fairy can't punish her own sweep, so that's gonna look a little wonky sometimes.
No, they'll try at least take their turn back.
Yes.
GG knocks it on the sky. There you go. We see Marvin Pye go into the air so much. Zach with the awareness. Gets the EX move, the pickup off the wall. Overload this man.
All right,
Now, he'll
time
hold
for the
this
mix. Good block on the JL. Oh no, but another one. And it's
Yeah, sorry.
enough.
Gotta hold that.
Zach moving on to loser
I'm sorry,
semis.
you have to hold double over into another pressure. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's only 1-0. That was a long game one. What are you guys doing?
Believe in victory.
Well, play the matchup. Well,
This is the matchup. You have to play this matchup very, very.
Hurry up, man. I got shit to do.
okay, Hulu.
Alright.
Looking for him on the EX. No, it's gone.
Well, that was a big roll.
Pass we
All
did.
right, we got roll wars.
Like, roll over and over again.
Yeah, that's the big thing is that mix up between. Oh my god.
Over the 2H yet. One of the hardest anti-air characters in the game, actually.
We already
Especially-
saw a lot with Marvin Pye using the swinging.
Yeah, especially with
Kinda
Fairy's
fake that out.
own 2H is like not the best
Nice.
overall coverage.
You just said that he used the EXDP. Gets a confirm for the down. Marvin Pye starting to turn up the heat a little bit. Spot dodge. Great defense by Zach. I wouldn't take anything. You know, jump back, whip the GG, knock him out of the sky. You got the neutral, you got the ground game all covered. Great, hold that pressure, and then he's just going to use the unique to build up that ball. Oh, the great jump in timing right there.
Nicely done. He
Yeah,
knows.
spot dodge, you get pushback at all. Now it's my turn to play. Let me show you how cheap this character is.
A lot of meter on both
DP,
sides. Yeah, anti-air back in the corner.
Knew it was coming. Knock the man down with the sweep. Far out, EX. That's gone. Zach has to go in.
Marvin respecting the air
Nice.
game here, not trying to challenge the JH. All right, what's the mix? JL.
Got me.
Oh, misses the speed knockdown, but baits out the DP.
Oh no!
Oh, yo, that was a Star Wars in the little channel finding the like he flew the exact gap with that dive kick. That was crazy.
I thought I was gonna 2M at the skybound. That was sick. God damn it.
Okay, there we go.
All right, push back.
So,
GG.
GG.
Yeah, it does the 5U to build meter, and Zach got clipped trying to get out.
Even better for Marvin Pie. He'll take that definitely.
Wow, I still got hit.
Oh no, you're in trouble now. Marvin Pie has 100.
Big
You knew
yikes.
he's gonna pop that. He's going for the setup this time. Okay. Get the ball out.
Yeah, too far to get the real setup, but I mean, he got a lot of chip damage there. And look at this. I mean, he hasn't been moved yet. He's still at full health, and he has 30% meter again already. And that's with the meter cooldown that she has to deal with after using the super.
Right. And pop it again. Marvin can pop it again at any point. Once it gets to that point. But Zach does have Super Skybound on his side, and Skybound just in general on deck. There you go. Knock GG outside the sky. Zach with the interruptions. L confirms super. And that should be it right there. Hit him with the light bright.
The light bright.
Yo, you don't act like you know about that.
No, I know what the light bright is. I know what the light bright is. Okay.
Don't worry, some people in chat, they can hit up the Wikipedia, find out about the late 80s. They were a thing. Whoa! Okay, that's interesting.
trade.
That doesn't that didn't clash. Like, what was that interaction? Is Zach
Insane.
able to
Here we
find
go.
the?
Zach-
Getting a little
Yeah,
bit
that's a
overzealous
punish.
with the.
Got to be careful with the whip. A roll through is going to be a clean punish for a lot of characters. Zach calling out the DP with the spot dodge. No bite from Marvin.
Ow.
Wow,
And now he's
roll
the
at
one throwing the big
5H.
amounts of meter. Ready to hit that. So how he's gonna run it? EX gets blocked. No big deal. Zach still in a great position.
Marvin not looking too hurried to get out of the corner, taking his time trying to find a good spot, and just catches the raw whip. Yeah, rolls through for the side switch. I like that.
Oh, nicely done.
Paige is paying off right here. The wake up mash. Didn't get the combo. He'll just push him out. No big deal.
All right, Marvin low on
Still
life,
lead.
but super skybound's on deck. No punish on the sweep.
Oh, nice move through. Punish. Hulu. Okay. We're just gonna build a little bit of bar. And you see 100 right there. Zach, wait for that moment to activate.
That's
there
going
it
to be a
is.
confirm.
Oh,
And
man.
just too far, I think, for the EX whip to combo off the far 5H there. Marvin in a rough spot.
Oh, nice.
Finding some room,
Close
though.
to close to
Oh,
chip
caught
range.
Zach out of the jump, so it wasn't able to come.
Oh, wow.
Whoa! Is he gonna...
That was a big bet.
Yeah. Looking for a button. Maybe could have buffered 2M and just pressed it too early so he didn't get the 2M, but Zach gonna be moving on to loser semis.
GG's. Like when in that match, when the fairies start getting predictable with like what are canceling 5Hs or 2Ms in, and then I consistently roll that. That's kind of where the tipping point ends up being.
All right, so up first, before we get to that match, we're going to have our winners finals. We're going to have a 3 out of 5 here. It's going to be Kizakrait coming against Brightside.
Yes, because I don't think these two have ever really.
Yeah,
played
I'm not sure.
a game
I'm not sure if
together.
they've played against each other in this game or in just any game.
Or in
really.
any game, really. Yeah. So interesting to see. Brightside, Marvel 3, KOF game, Sam Show. That's kind of his wheelhouse. Whereas Kisser, the Guilty Gears, played a little bit of Uni, but really mainly. Alright, we'll see. We'll see the unhingedness of Brightside. You love to. Sometimes you love to see it. Sometimes you hate to see
I mean,
it. But
if
it's
there's
something
someone
that
who's
Brightside
willing to meet you on that bridge, Kizakrait is definitely the one.
He said, I live here. You gotta pay the toll. You gotta pay my toll, not you.
See? And yeah, because they're using those big normal suppressible 5, 8, 2,
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Are we playing this game?
Yeah, see a DP again. Yo, let's go. That's the thing, yo. I'll run it with you. And that's great. He's like, I can run this space all day. Far H confirms. Kizzer.
Yeah, you sort of see the on-pointness that Kizzer had when he won pretty in convincing fashion 2 weeks ago. On point again this week.
Spot dodge, but yeah, that's a very late spot dodge, so it's still going to be Grand's advantage there. Nice sweep by Brightside. Oh,
Brightside's
no,
like,
he
listen,
didn't believe in his own frame trap. He tried to go for the shimmy. Kizzer waited it out and grabbed him on the way back in, plus frames. Ooh, that was a punishable fireball, actually. That was scary.
Overhead. Can't catch him, but he will DP him. Where you going? Take some damage on your way out. Stock it up. You know, Kizzer Crazy's going to take any moment to stock up because finish him at any point. It's going to give him even more.
Yeah, and I mean, he has 4 stocks, right? All he needs is for Brightside to block something. This is safe. I mean,
Trying to run? Trying to walk up grab? Ooh, this is
and this is going to be enough. EXDP. Oh, he did medium
he wanted
DP.
EXDP. He wasn't sure. Ah!
Oh, yeah, not close enough for Chip.
You know what? He'll do that. He'll just bet it out there. You know,
I even
that's
would have
fine.
maybe liked to see Brightside take the sweep after the wall bounce so he could safe jump JU into like a corner switch instead
I mean,
of the
if the
cash
setup's
out.
just going to be run up EXDP anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that a setup? I mean, it's a strategy, but is that a setup? All the jump
What?
you coming down.
Come on, Grand.
They're just slugging at each other, just beating the hell out of each other.
Too far for that confirm. Nice block on the 2-1 there.
Really pestering with these
Oh,
great
got
big
underneath
normals
him. Caught Kizzer off guard, and there's the DP.
DP?
He is
Neutral
so
jump?
on point with the DPs. Yeah, Kizzer, like, when he's in your head, he's in your head. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Yo, DP it again. Throw him out.
He tried to run up overhead, no dice. Says Kizzer gonna swiftly punish that run in.
You said I play Kilo way too much, bro. Don't try it.
And Kizzer is just letting the JU happen, right? Like, he's not even risking the counter hit jump in from Grand, recognizing the damage that's on the table if Grand catches that counter hit out of the corner. He's just blocking it and waiting for his turn. All right, gonna get stocks here. Use the medium. There's 4. There's the JU we were talking about. No confirm, though.
Yeah, but still gotta confirm anyway. But you gotta switch corner or yes, sides off this. I don't. The
Another
DP
DP?
again. God.
Yeah,
I don't think-
I'd
Kizzer
You're
really,
really
looking out for those if you're Brightside.
I'd really like to see Brightside use, you know, EXDP or sweep or something for a hard knockdown if he's going to cash out that side switch. Oh, too far for the EX boot.
But still trying to stock in this corner. He has the corner position, and you know, life is
I
pretty
think
even
he
with
was-
big 5H, but didn't confirm.
Still
Oh, they confirm into it
confirmed
again.
He's gonna finish it, and there it is. It's just kebab.
Kizzer's gonna go up 2-0. Yeah, Kizzer looking in strong form.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Gonna make quick work of Brightside here.
All right, plus frames off the bat, and Brightside just challenging with the 2-0.
Yeah, that's
Jump you?
the
No.
risk. I'm trying to 2H with anti-air. Then jump you is gonna the timing. DP!
How many are we gonna see today?
It's not
Over
like
and over
they're,
again.
they're blocked. Like, you know, Brightside is just being stubborn, which, you know, that's his play style, right? But it has
not working out
worked
right now.
It has not
You're
worked
just,
out.
you're just giving him damage, giving him meter, giving him positioning, and you're losing the corner position that you have. Brightside, you gotta block these. You gotta put it in his mind that
Oh my
you know
God.
what holding back is.
He's
Back
too
throw.
far in the hole. It's like there's no way he's gonna keep DPing, and he keeps doing it every time. That it gets that way sometimes. When you're set, you're just too far down the rabbit hole that you're just stubborn. It's like there's no way, and it still comes out.
Brightside gotta climb out right now because it's match point on Kizzer's side. Stocking up, fireball.
I want
Oh
this.
no, the pickup, the auto combo.
Okay.
Overhead. Okay, there we go. I got one of my own.
Oh, it finally happened. He's gonna do it again.
Oh, I like the side delay though. Brightside starts to respect him. So that's something you have to notice if you're Kizzer. You gotta watch that out. But now the command throw. Oh
Comes
no!
out at the end.
This
That's the
is
perfect
it.
word. That's the perfect time to use it right at the end of the set. Bang bang. Kizzer 3-0 off the back of like 20 well-read DP.
Oh
My God.
This has been a DP friendly, DP happy, waifu dome. People just throwing it out, but you gotta respect those. You gotta say, hey, I'm gonna stop you from doing these. I'm gonna punish you.
Yeah,
Like,
Kizzer's one of those
Damn.
people like with the DPs. He can somehow get in your head. He can get in his own head with it sometimes, but if he gets in your head, it's actually over.
All right, so that's going to move us to our loser semis. Going to be Zach in a box coming up against Kilo. These two have faced off several times in the last few weeks. Mixed results.
Yeah, definitely, you know, really back and forth, but Kilo's definitely been the one to get an edge on me.
Brightside revealing his master plan in the chat. Just heading down for a stroll in losers to make the show more exciting for the audience. All right, run up, JU.
Give this man power. Try to get the jump heavy. Didn't work out, but he will get the boot.
And this is going to be most of this matchup is Zach trying to find a way to not get hit by any random counter hit. Baits out the DP, 5H punish. Hard knockdown. Oh,
wake up, Super.
That hurts. Super Skybound on deck, though. Oh, God.
Okay,
And
that was gonna box
the light Rekka, yeah.
First one goes to Kilo.
I do like that block string because that was like a low reward light Rekka, but it was safe and it was easily confirmable, and he didn't need damage to close out that round.
Right.
Wow.
2H.
The jump heavy. Kilo calming it down. Yep, looking for the EX boot this time. Zach answered back. It's a DP. Back to mid screen we go. Late tech for Kilo.
Yeah, Zach not pressing the advantage after the late tech though, just backing up to medium range.
This character has so many tools. You don't want to get hit by the boot, the EX fireball, any of that to corner carry. Speaking of such, good blocks by Zach on the EX boot.
It's gonna roll through. Oh my God!
Whoa.
That's, you know, I mean, if you're Zach,
That's 5%.
You take that hit, right? It's you still get out of the corner, and Grant has his DP timer down. Like that's fine.
Yeah, I should.
Oh no! Waits out the DP though. Kilo with the one hit into super, not quite enough, but it's all he had available with timers. Nice tech. Zach trying to find a way out of the corner.
EX fireball for the chip.
Health was running out. Kilo posting up game one. Loser semis, keep in mind this is only a 2 out of 3 set.
Gotta make those adjustments soon. Gotta make those adjustments fast. 2H. That's a good one. Starting the anti-air right. But you know, Kilo's the type to play, and it's like most grands, to play for the corner. To play for that moment where you can hit them in the corner and just delete them.
Yeah, and you can see Zach
here and there.
using the roll with side switch there to work back towards mid-screen, but again, now he's just put in the other corner. Oh
So
no, and caught by the fireball, and that's going to be the round.
Here. Go.
And it's hard to wait for your turn against Grand because he gets to sort of steal turns in situations where if you pick the wrong spot to challenge and you get clipped by EX Fireball, like congrats, you're down 70%.
Nice of them.
All right, going for the sweep and a fireball pressure. Safe stuff.
Man, the run up. Looks like.
Yeah, doing a good job of
enough.
threading. Yeah, that's too close. Nice punish by Zach.
Nice.
Oh, TP. Let's go put back in the corner.
Nice, Zach escapes.
For once, 2H did not hit. 2H and Zach puts him in the corner with one. There you go, interrupt the fireball.
Yeah, DP'd again. Nice blocks by Zach. Didn't fall for the run-up stagger. I think that's too
my
late if Zach
God.
didn't push anything. Yeah.
Okay, good. He
It's
blocked
safe,
it.
but the meter's out. Oh, no. And now Kilo in a position where he doesn't need meter.
Oh,
And
God,
Zach broke.
too much.
Going home in 4th place today. Staying home in 4th place today, more accurately.
GG's.
Kilo, just the constant amount of pressure and mental stack that he puts on you. Already that's hard for, to deal with when you're fighting Grand, because you can't just back off and chill and start up your stuff, but it be like that sometimes. So great play from Zach.
I don't think.
Anyway, moving on to the break. I'm sorry, Zach.
All right, so it's going to set up our losers finals, which is going to be a run back of our first winner semis. Brightside against Kilo, the one who put Kilo into losers in the Grand Mirror, and that was actually a relatively one-sided match when that happened. So again, we've seen this happen to Kilo before, being put down into losers. Running it back strong. Brightside stating a few minutes ago that was also his plan. So we'll see. We'll see who's able to execute the play.
So I hope this is an OS. I hope this is an actual plan here. All right, Grand versus Catalina though. Kilo going Catalina. All right. Let's match up. Not gonna see Gran versus Gran out here. We're not gonna see the Gorilla Mirror match that we had
So
before.
interesting. So when we first started this, we saw Kilo go to Charlotta before. We saw Kilo mess with Zoe before. I didn't know he had a Catalina, so here we go. Let's see how it, obviously a grand main, so really understands the match, and he must know something about this match.
Yeah,
or
now,
he feels comfortable with it.
For me personally, I dislike this match largely based around the fact that Catalina's her 2H or her 5H is more whiff punishable in this version of the game, and Gran's is very difficult to whiff punish, so he can kind of swing at her in ways that can't. That said, she can confirm things, especially from 2M from further away. She can whiff punish his other buttons very well, and when it comes down to the actual hits, the damage is pretty much the same on both, right? Like, both of these characters are going to absolutely smoke you if you mess up.
Absolutely. And
Now,
you saw that damage differential made up really quickly. Kilo definitely has a cat. All right.
I do want to point out, though, Brightside does also play Catalina in addition to DJ. Like, he's very familiar with what this character can do and what spaces she is and is not susceptible to punishes at.
You see it? I think Kilo just is enjoying like the control. He's kind of just caging in Brightside more so than having to deal with all these DPs that Brightside kind of been in a head about.
Misspaced the throw, didn't run up enough.
Oh,
Finds the 5H, yeah.
Oh, again.
Another
Does it
good
again?
confirm.
Yeah, great confirms.
Oh, that's big. That
Swing
should be
them
the
out.
round. Straight into super, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and Micro Walk to make sure too.
All right, Kilo
Zach,
putting
you
up
were talking
game
about
one.
control. Zach, you were talking about control, and that's kind of what's been going on. Seance at the range where she wants to play at. It's hard. Like, Brightside's trying to get in, and it's not happening. Can't start your grand game plan if you can't get in.
Just you
Makes you
see
the fireball pressure.
the strength of him just throwing out 5H, and he could confirm it too. It seems like he's very consistent for him. So like just throwing that out, outranges Grand.
It's something anyone who watched the SNK versus DBFZ 10-on-10 last week saw what the strength of Catalina that can consistently confirm FAR 5H. I was working on that a lot this week, actually, looking at the health bar to see if I could be more consistent at that. Good block on the JU. Oh, she actually cleared him from there into the cross-up.
There you go, little micro walk, 2 ways.
He did too well. He might be safe. No, he's dead.
Oh,
I guess not.
He's the opposite of safe. That's a dead Grand for sure.
into the ground he go. Kilo looking super strong right now with this Catalina. This is definitely something that you've done more than just practice on the side.
And I like the game plan. It's super simple. Just use that 5H, 2M as a measuring stick, and it's just been working out beautifully.
Yeah, he's
Confirming
also
off
using
it,
the sweep
whatever
and a fireball, which is great usage. Her sweep is very good.
Great pressure too. Found that hit.
He didn't find the right height. He was a little late on the 2H there, but still gets the whip punish. Right side.
P2. One more hit. Light.
And at this point, I think it's like a player read. He just knows that if I can just cage him out with this 5H, right side is gonna have nothing. Seems like that's how it's going.
Yeah, the buttons that they're using in general are pretty equivalent. Outside of the fact that Catalina's 2M is definitely the trade-off for Grand's being plus on hit is that it has significantly less reach than hers. Misconfirm? Yeah.
No punish,
Bit of a
but
punish.
no,
Oh
not
wow,
a
there's
big
the whip
one.
punish with the 5H though.
At least gets that one.
Nice spot dodge.
she's spinning all the
Great
bar.
spot dodge.
All right, Brightside
And that's
has
great because he's
no
been spinning all that
timers.
bar. And now you get to delete
Nice,
him.
and that's something he missed the micro walk into the cross up, but that is something that I was saying I would like to see earlier out of Brightside's cash outs is when you get the wall bounce to take the sweep into micro step JU for the cross up safe jump and side switch back into the corner.
Oh,
Speaking of JUs,
Nice
that was a big
confirm.
one right there from Kilo.
Trying to go for that big, beefy
God.
frame trap, but still has the pressure anyway. This is going bad in a hurry.
Yeah,
for
any
Bright-
touch is going to be the round. That should be
Yes,
it. Oh
like
no, he
that.
didn't get the
Oh.
super. Whoa!
Yeah.
What a way to end it. Kilo taking it 3-0 with the reaction super to the boot.
That was
He
quick.
shut that down. He denied it. That's a real Catalina. That's the type of Catalina, like when everyone was saying, Gran, and maybe not as strong as Catalina, and they moved over, you can tell that's there. That's the type of Catalina I'm seeing right there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why, despite playing Jita, I did not change my main, right? Like, I think indisputably Catalina was nerfed. I would say maybe her and Lance probably received the most noticeable nerfs, but they turned a top 2 character into like a top 5 character. Oh no. like, like, oh crap.
He's still strong.
All right, so Kilo going to be coming from the loser side, and this is a matchup that we've seen before. Kizercrate on the winner's side has to try to hold off the advance of Kilo here.
We've seen for a while that Kilo had his number, and in 1 week, you just saw a pretty dominant performance by Kizer a couple of weeks ago than when they played, and he finally dethroned Kilo, or one of the only couple people to really dethrone. We'll see how
Kilo's been under. Yeah, but Kilo's been underneath the waterfall, you know, letting the water hit him. He's been contemplating, meditating, deliberating.
And that's
ready to
what
take on
led
Kizer.
him to the clarity to pick a more honest character to get in the grand finals. You can see the results of that meditation.
I don't know. We'll see if he's gonna go cat or if he's gonna go grand. Now we have these two about to start at some point.
Yeah, I think Kilo's getting water, but you have to think it's going back to Grand. I don't know if you pick Catalina and Percival specifically. I really think that was a player read, more so than anything, to pick Cat in that, and you see it work out beautifully there. But you do see that it is practice, right? You know, the confirms for practice, the awareness with Catalina is there to get the combos out, so it's not exactly a far stretch to see him go to a different character, especially how it went a couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll see what he does
coming from
here
loser.
against Percival. Yeah, gonna go back to Gran. I think that the matchup between those two is like roughly the same. Both pretty even all around. Like Cat, Gran both match up pretty evenly. Percival takes a bit more risk swinging big buttons sometimes, but has a little bit more mix-up option in the corner, where Gran and Cat both get just big old fat damage if they hit you in the corner.
The big change we see here is that Hilo also is now going with the...
Oh yeah, he's met Kizercrate in terms of villainy, changing to the Vern weapon.
Bringing out the goofy weapons, I love.
You can't
Jump H, good play.
root
Good
for
block.
anyone in this matchup now.
You're this. Yeah, you don't. Yeah. I'm gonna stop myself.
You know, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. That's what they say.
Sometimes, you know, to beat the villain, you have to become one. EX boot. Speaking of villainry, right here, this Kilo uses one of the most hated moves in the game. Gets the win.
Yeah, 2 M plus unblock, you know, counter hit confirms. Come on. That's still cool.
Yeah, still a plus button. So it's the EX boot here. But let's see what Kizercrate can do to swing things back. No big punish there.
Yeah, he could have gotten
It comes
the
out
jump
to-
in if he committed to the jump. Now he's gonna push the corner. Oh, shimmy!
With the throw.
Yeah,
You
running into
going back in the
5H, and
corner.
that's a quick game one.
All right, Kilo going up 1-0. And we saw this last time, right? Like Kilo was able to force the reset pretty handily before Kizer was able to get things back on the rail and hold him off in the reset.
Yeah, I feel like, we talked about, kind of joking about Kilo losers run, but when he gets hot, when he gets momentum, he's really, really hard to...
And both online and offline, like, while it's an obvious advantage to only have to win one set versus winning two, there's also something to be said about having just played versus having just sat.
Right.
And like 9 times out of 10, you pick, oh, I want an extra set, but, you know, there is something about that.
All right, gonna do the Super Skybound.
Here we go.
This should be enough with the animation if he did the real input. Gonna be kind of close.
God damn, that weapon is ugly, but that is it down.
Can't believe he holds
the
it
man his
face
credit.
down.
He doesn't want to look at it. All right, Kizercrate. Finally put him right on the board. Sweet, fireball, stock up. But Hilo not letting him do it for free. Gonna pay the toll. Oh, no!
Nice punish.
Speaking of paying, he's paying for that TP.
That is an optimal cash out
Yeah.
for that DP punish.
Oh my God, Hilo's going in right now. Hungry.
And the whip punish with EX Fireball.
That was sick. 2
And a
8
2-8.
cover it.
Yeah, because there was just trying to find
cover.
any footing to get out of the corner, but that was a bad situation.
You see the black DP. We'll see if Kizer's still gonna be stubborn with it next time he gets, and he will, unfortunately.
he's got the games to play with, but like, you know, it's easier something to not only break that habit, but also kind of mix that habit up in a good way, right? Let's see how this is gonna work.
Ooh, that was
out.
just
Nice.
outside of punishable range. I think if Kilo would have gone with 2M, he maybe could have punished there.
Man, we throw these CPs out there.
Nice punish. Recognize the uncanceled 2H.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
This is big damage
I think
right
that's
here
dead,
as he goes
yeah.
to the skybound art. Not just yet.
Oh, the
Little bit more for
fakie! So that is a setup where you make it, you intentionally do not a real safe jump, but you do the JU in a spot where it whiffs to make them stand up thinking they have to block the safe jump, and then you just immediately 2L when you land. It's a very, very big brain setup where you're giving up the safety if they DP versus getting a mix up. Oh, no back
Good to help
throw.
play with, so no big deal for him. Now the
just
jumping
jumping
H not deep
again.
enough.
Nice
Kilo
spot dodge.
just, when he finds some momentum in the pressure, he deletes most of your health bar because he has to make this up. He's got 3 stocks, but I don't know what's going to happen. Stocking up. Just unique.
Out of pressure.
Plus frames.
You gotta
Yeah,
hold
but he
on.
has to respect the DP.
And that's what you earn when you DP so much, is that in those situations, Kizzer was mad plus, but then, you know, he waited, and then he got his turn stolen.
If you're not going to play, I'll play. Let me pick up the control. Kilo trying to get in. Oh, okay. The sweep underneath with the DP. Kilo.
Back throw?
How
Yeah,
long?
nice
Back throw.
reaction. There's a
And
DP.
then there it is.
Man.
He finally thinks, okay, it's safe to take my turn. No.
Nice whip
the
punish,
delay.
though. He's going to get some much-needed stocks back here. There's the medium for 3. Still finds the medium.
Reset overhead. Pick up.
He did a 5L.
I got
He
a
might be safe.
super.
Oh, never
No,
mind.
that was like
He-
super medium.
What? Yo, thy name Bahamut. A lot of damage.
Big
though.
damage.
Still got some more to play. I mean, not enough to kill, I should say. So. Overhead does it.
Oh, he
Was the counter hit,
misspaced
though?
his throw, though, and just going to get the run-up grab.
Oh, and that's a
Kilo.
it's a reset. But like he said, last time this happened, it was very, very quick like that, and then Kizzer finally, you know, took the reins back and was able to clutch it out. We'll see if it happens again like that. But both are in losers. This is going to be the last set of the tournament.
Kids are crazy. He's got to undo the weights. He's got to reveal his true power. You thought you seen everything. Nice confirmed. See, there we go. This is his true form right here.
Uncancel
Yeah,
5H,
playing
but
a
any
little
punish is good against Grand Light DP. Oh, he tried to run forward into probably plus frames on the M, but
Oh,
Yeah.
not a big punish, but
Wow,
just DP. Okay. DP in the roll on the neutral like that.
oh, you got away with
He
some
hits.
free stocks there. Oh
5H is-
no!
Oh, dude.
Catches the tip.
And the run up to get the right height, and it's enough. Kilo still on the rails.
With punishing 5H. It's either boot or 5H. He's on point with.
And that's one of those buttons where if you set out the right ranges, I mean, you whip, it's not the biggest of deals. Like, you'll be in plus range if they block. Or they recover in time, I should say.
Oh man, he is
Throw it.
cooking.
Put the chef hat on him.
Right?
Kizzer
He found the
cooked right
jump
now,
out,
Kilo.
and EX boot timer is down, so this is an opportunity for Kizzer, but he has a lot of health to make up, and he's just getting clipped.
He was just stocking up. And he was
Buffered, yeah.
Ow.
Oh, the perfect.
In a long
Kilo
27 game second, perfect.
Kilo shaped his head and said, I'm coming back, dude. I'm coming back. I'm coming back for that title.
Man,
Kilo's
what-
hungry out here.
Sometimes it's just like missing that one DP, read that one there, and then just Kilo just steamroll it. It's hard to make that adjustment because usually comes off of one situation, but yeah, just
Max
Nice
range boot.
JU. Oh, a little bit
Wow,
late. That
okay.
actually
Across
was
the
a
TP?
real safe jump, but I think he was a little bit late on it.
Woo.
yeah. I think
Working those out.
yeah, he's trying to go back to like trying to
Nice, stuffs out the
DP
boot.
the fireball.
Gets the medium stock, 3 stocks to work with.
Almost
Jump you. Wasn't deep enough. He'll get the back throw.
Back though, that's huge.
Takes
Oh,
the
he
DP.
baited
I
it
love that.
again.
Guess he's starting to panic a little bit. Like,
I would-
Yeah, but
Dude,
he's,
okay.
he's got resources. He has 3 stocks. He has Super Skybound available. This is one EX sweep into the round pretty much for him. He's not in a terrible situation.
I don't know about
With
this.
the grab, oh, he
What?
stocked on him?
What? Trying to do an XCP and reaction didn't work out. Is it great trying to find that final hit?
All right, no
He
DP
stocked.
is available for Kilo here. Oh no,
Two
just
out,
got
two
caught
out.
with the stagger.
Battle 2.
Oh my god. Yo, Kilo's going in right
Two
now.
and 4L.
Mm-hmm.
Two
Two H.
H.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
baited it out
bait.
this time. But the big jump you didn't get the.
Yeah, he didn't get the EX boot. Oh, never mind. You
Get that
found it
one, though.
there.
Yeah.
That's final destination. It's coming back for you, man.
Yeah, gonna go for a little bit of the damage, and then this is bad.
Yeah.
DP
no.
baited. And you know, it was looking pretty grim in that round for Kizzer anyway, but man, that's kind of a mental damage to how many DPs have been blocked from. We saw what happened against Brightside, where literally nearly every of Kizzer's DPs hit, and that went to a 3L. Now,
Kizzer's gone.
every DP of Kizzer's has been pretty much blocked, and he's down 0-2. Also, lost it.
This is such a long run that you got to make. And Kills has number pretty much every single match.
Okay, try to go for the shimmy using EX Fireball for plus frames.
DP.
DP.
We throw those out today.
Yeah, we are.
Feeling himself 2L. EX Fireball, keep them plus frames going. Keep them rolling. EX. He's gonna spend it. Put him in a huge lead right here. Oh my god, don't let this be a perfect. Don't let it happen like this. 4H. Lands it. EX Fireball though.
Running into
Kilo.
Fireball. This is tough. Man, if Kizzer can find something somehow, I would be very, very impressed and bad in a hurry.
Yo, kids, you gotta find something. Okay, well, we're introducing some far M's in there.
Oh, nice. There is something. You walk back just enough to get that whip punish, but the DP
There's a
comes
DP.
out.
Knew it was coming from Kilo at some point.
Oh, caught him with the air to air
Pick
and
up.
the wall bounce. Oh
Bounce,
no.
come on, yo.
At least the sweep whiffed. We can get that, but things are still looking pretty rough for Kizzer. There's the whip
Kilo
punish,
gets
and
a
that's going to
confirm in the
close it.
finish.
Kilo back on
Kilo.
the throne.
Sits. Give this man the crown. You dropped the crown, King. You dropped the crown. Kilo takes it this week. And that's the thing. He took the time. He took the week off. He was sitting in the cave. He emerged.
Kilo with the Zach in a box? Yelling, I'm back in the chat?
The quote, the I am back.
Okay.
Oh, yo, chill. Yo, chill.
Good stuff. Good stuff, the Kilo.
Say my name.
I mean, that's the interesting part. But last week, you know, somebody who was very strong last week was T-Bola. And they've been kind of missing each other in brackets. You know, one person this week can't make it or takes a week off. And then Kilo's back and the T-Bola's back. Kind of works out that way. Maybe they're the same person. But
All right. Good stuff, Tequila, though. Taking another week. We are going to be done with Granblue for now. We are not done with the day yet, though. We're going to take about an hour and 45-minute break, at which point we'll come back with some BB tag action. I may put up some BB tag casuals a little early if the players are around for that. Otherwise, hang tight. We'll be back at around 5 p.m. CST. It should be myself, joined by Raph. Going to help me hold down some BB tag. You guys can see me embarrass myself in that game, which I am not very good at, like most team games. So thanks again to St. Cola and Zach in a Box for helping me hold down Granblue for another week.
As always.
yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we'll be back. Hang tight.